Wow, there we go. Okay, mic is on. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I apologize for the tad bit of tardiness. I was looking for something that I really wanted to base tonight's stream off of, but I guess just recently they fucking took it down. They deleted it. So we're still going to talk about it. I have some receipts, but I don't have them there on my phone. I don't have them in here. They're in the Facebook group. For those of you who were in the Facebook group, so I showed you. So we'll get to that in a minute. Plenty of stuff to talk about tonight, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. Shout out to all of you great, wonderful, amazing people. Oh, I ain't reset the thing. The thing is old. I gotta fix that. And I'll do that while we're doing that. You know, I play as fuck up. A tad bit behind. But so let's get into it, man. I am your host, Ed Honcho. This is the Den Show, the best conversation on the internet. The reason why this is the best conversation on the internet is because you guys make it such an excellent conversation. I mean, I really do adore each and every, all of y'all except Big M. Wherever Big M is, I don't like him. I'm just fucking around. Big M cool in my book. It's all good fun. I guess I should do this. I really don't want to, but I'll do it. Let's see. So, like I said, a lot to talk about, man. Some very interesting things have taken place. And we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about, it's going to be, look, I think I'm going to bring the drama. I'm finna bring the drama to the den. You know, just the den, it just need a little drama. Sometimes I be a little too nice. You know what I'm saying? So I need to bring a little drama to the den. Get this motherfucker activated. You know, it's just, I'm gonna be too nice to y'all. Nah, but yeah, I'm gonna start turning the heat up a little bit. We're gonna get this den. We're gonna get it live and jumping as it should be. But a few things I want to talk about. But before we get into all of that, I think Rashida, D the Gamma, and Jason. Let me jot that down. Get some early birds. USG, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see what we got joining us. Jason S, D the Gamma, Rashida Reed, USG 421, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweet Berry. DeMarkey is in the house. Let's see. Miss Bell, class is in session. Miss Meat, you're prejudiced. And Atlanta sucks. But what's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see you. Let's see. You should probably sell those season tickets because they are not doing you any good. Hattie Patterson, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing? Glad you could join us this evening. And let's see. You beat yourselves, right? You were early, but I don't know, Sweet Bear. I don't remember seeing you. I was doing a couple of things late. I don't remember seeing you being an early bird. I think you false claiming. I don't know if any of the other early birds can vouch for your early bird statisticals. You know what I'm saying? You know, your early bird statistical. Yeah, 52 points ain't beating yourself. Like, if it was a one-score game and you just fried it at the end, I mean, y'all can thank Carter for fumbling that. That's probably the only reason y'all even got that close. Other than that, let's be honest. You guys are terrible. But, like I said, 335 in the motherfucking building. Culture the Nubis. What's the motherfucker? Trying to get back on the everyday ski. Like I said, I enjoy the conversation with the den folks so much, and I want to get some consistency. Like I say, 'cause I love the den. The den has so much potential. Like I say, you know, it's a necessary evil. But let's talk about some things, right? Let's talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about, before we get into the interracial dating doubles, and I'm really upset because I wanted to put that thing on the screen. I wanted y'all to see the post that I was talking about, okay? But I'm going to get into that when we get into that part of the conversation. I like this new keyboard. Way better than the other one. It's not as loud. It's a little bit bigger. I have big hands, so that helps. That's too much. Today's date. Okay. I need a new mouse now. Like I said, usually I don't care. Usually I just go get like a little quick ass Logitech, you know, something cheap just to do the job. I never really spent too much on a keyboard, but I understand the difference. I was gonna go mechanical, but a lot of people say, the mechanicals are clickety clacky, and with the keyboard being so close to the mouse, I didn't. I really debated it, but I'm not using it for gaming or anything like that. So I don't know. But then I was thinking about maybe a better, more accurate mouse may improve some of the graphical stuff that I tinker with. So that'll probably be the next move that I go with. I'm looking at a couple, and then there's some that are much bigger. I got big hands, and so I trying to find larger devices. In a world where we want to compact everything, we want to shrink everything. It's not always so easy. It can get a little frustrating at times. I think that's done. Everything else looks good. All right, cool. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into some good conversation. I hope y'all are all doing well, right? I hope y'all are all doing well. Yeah, I'm seeing, and I've been cool. See, she in here talking shit, right? And this meeting here talking shit. I ain't even forced the text to pick on. I said I was gonna do it. I ain't even through the text and picking her direct over. If she keep talking that trash, I'm gonna go ahead and send that via email. A nice, I'm gonna find one of the old pictures in Photoshop and make it look battle red. Baker man in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Word, like I said, all the ones I was looking at, we're talking about they were all clicky clacky. A lot of the ones I was looking at. They're like, yeah, they're loud and they give nice tactical feedback and it's good. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I just want something kind of quiet. Be this motherfucker. Y'all already talked about the other board. That was what, membrane or whatever you fucking call it. She was here. I don't know, Rashida. You be caping. You be caping for the ladies, man. I'm gonna give Sweet Berry credit this time, but I'm gonna be looking for any reason that I can steal her pistachios back. He said blue switch is pretty super clicky. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, because I seen some, MX Cherry Red and all this different stuff, and then some people saying that those MX switches are outdated, and I think there was somebody that had some newer ones, but I was like, I don't know. But let's get into it. So first and foremost, I want to talk about stuff. Here's the type of person I am. Some people, if they don't like something, they just hate everything about it. I think that there's levels of things. Like, you can not like somebody, you can not like what somebody does, but you can appreciate it. I am in no way, form, or fashion a supporter of Tyler Perry. Don't watch his movies, from Medea's to the angry black woman films that he puts out. He had one good one someone told me about the dad, and I think they threw like some daughters out the window or something like that. I never saw that one, but I heard that one was supposed to actually be a good non-Tyler Perry-ish movie. But beautiful thing is what he's done. He's the first black owner of a major motion picture studio. Now, I'm not always the first black this. You want to be the first. Like, I want to be the first black. I want to be the first, period. But I can respect that because there's been so many who have come and gone for Color Girls. That's exactly what it was. Thank you, Dita Gam. And, so my thing is, like, I can respect it for all the work that he's put in to come from a guy who was homeless to put in that kind of work. I got nothing but love for that. Like I said, I don't watch this shit. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a supporter, but I can respect, what he did to get where he was. Alex Cross is terrible. Stop, Miss Meat. Have you watched the original Alex Cross? Well, I don't know if there was even the original. Probably was something before that. But I'm talking about with Morgan Freeman. I didn't even watch Tyler Perry's Alex Cross because he sat there and said that he didn't even tap into Morgan Freeman to get any suggestions for the new Alex Cross. For Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider, I guarantee it. I have not watched Tyler Perry's Alex Cross, but I guarantee they were 10,000 times better. I guarantee it. Those were great movies. If you like suspense, thriller type, those were great movies. Excellent plot twist. Let me get the early birds there due. Let me see. Okay, Dita Gam was early. But, so, shout out to him on that. Like I say, even though I'm not a fan of what his shit is, I'm not a fan of any of the movies he produced, I'm not a fan of the message that he puts out most of the time, because I feel like we talk about, people exploit and they steal the culture and they do all this. In a way, the movies that Tyler Perry makes, they exploit the culture or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You've never seen Albatross? If you ever get a chance, Baker Band, and I know that you're talking about, you'll like them, you'll enjoy them. They're very good movies. Along Came a Spider and Kiss the Girls. Those are Alex Cross movies. This new Tyler Perry shit, I don't know. I saw the previews and I'm like, that shit looks terrible. Excuse me. Let me see. But here's my thing. The same way, what's the gay guy? The gay guy who does Empire? Lee Daniels. Same way he exploits his culture. He does all kind of stuff. He puts a lot of stereotypical shit in there because niggas love stereotypical shit. And it's easy to get people to watch stereotypical shit. I mean, it really is. It's sad, but it is what it is. You know, people don't like to get outside of their comfort zone, and they'll watch that. And Lee Daniels even tells you, Lee Daniels hates niggas. If you've ever seen a Lee Daniels interview, or it was somewhere, like I said, I was reading an interview he did. Again, he's gay. I don't know. You said there goes Honcho with the gay stuff. He hates niggas. Like, he talks about how he got abused and made fun of. Hates black women. He hates black men. He hates them all. He's like, say, I think he's with a white Jewish dude, and he hates them. And but he makes money up because he knows it's the easiest. You know, you can make some real low budget, low IQ type shit, and niggas will eat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. Like, I mean, you don't want to hear it. Doesn't make you feel good, but he's capitalizing off that. Everything he's done has basically been that. Even if you think of what was that, Precious. And Precious was an all right movie, but this is a story that we know from. He's not making anything creative. He's not doing anything creative. He's just doing shit that niggas do. He's just telling niggas stories. So he's not a creative genius in any form or fashion. He just takes nigga stories and adds a little sprinkle of gay to it. And, you know, there you go. You know, people like gay stuff. People like nigga stuff. Put some nigga stuff and some gay stuff. And, I want to give y'all that. Man, I'm slacking. I am slacking. I owe y'all all 4,000. Look, I'm thinking about the calls. And, you know, play us fuck up. And, hold on, let me make sure I gave everybody they do. I mean, let me see, Rashida Reed. How much I gave Rashida? I might have gave Rashida too many. Let me see if I take that back. Okay, yeah, let me give them back. I apologize. But you know, like I say, it's easy to do that. But again, getting back to Tyler Perry, congratulations to him for his accomplishment. I'm not gonna hate on a man, like I say, coming from like. I value business over a lot of the petty shit, over the racial shit, over the, what's up, Charlie? What's the motherfucking deal? Over the bullshit. Like, I love to see success stories in business more than I care about, oh, this guy got this happen to him. I don't give a fuck about the oppression stories. Let me be honest with you, right? Like, I want to see winners. I want to see people overcome odds. You feel me? I'm more into that than I am, you know, this person got attacked, harassed. Like, you can find that story all the time. The rare story is the story of the winner. You know what I'm saying? Against all odds, overcame, won, was successful, that type of situation. That's what I want to hear about. That lets me know, hey, you know what? I can do the same motherfucking thing. Or it's motivational to stay active throughout your day. You know, if you have a goal, if you have an intention in mind. But people would rather focus on you got two types of people. You got people who focus on the oppression. You have people who appreciate the the success, man. And who else did I give Dita Gamma hers? I gave Rashida hers. I gave I think I gotta give. Let me see. Unbeaten. What's the motherfucker that I gave Dita Gamma? I mean USG. All right. And so all I'm saying, man. All I'm saying is, like, I can respect that hustle. But even though I don't like the product that he puts out, even though I don't care for any of his movies, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fan of anything he's ever really done. The goal to to put himself at that table, he said he was going to create his own table. Wow, there you go. So with that being said, niggas, y'all ain't got no fucking excuses, right? I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear any excuses for niggas talking about, oh, you know, this, that, and the dirty third. Let me see. Let me look up here. Let me see. Let me see. We got some timestamps on this stuff. I don't know about these timestamps. Let me see if we can cut this. Toggle the timestamp. Yeah, that's the easy way to do it. I don't even know why I ain't do that. Let's see. Let me see. Sweetberry. Let me see where we're going back. I don't see no damn 325 and no motherfucking 959. I see 951. You're trying to hornswoggle me over here for the pistachios. But my thing is this, man. My thing is this. Well, we'll give 325 some just because I can do what I want. I do what I want. Yeah, look, I gotta put your pistachios on layaway. But here's the thing. So the next thing I want to talk about before I get into the main topic of this evening, something I said the other day, there was some shit I wanted to talk about a couple of times, right? And I couldn't remember what it was. A couple of days ago, President Trump said something outstanding. Something that niggas say all the time. Something that niggas say all of the time. And yet, I haven't heard any niggas ain't been giving what's his name? What's that cartoon? Annoying Orange. Y'all ain't been giving him no credit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say the orange man is bad, but y'all don't want to give the orange man no credit when he show y'all love, you know? Y'all trying to do me like they do me in the sauce when it comes to talking about Bill O'Brien. You don't want to give Billy O no love, Honcho. What's going on with that? And so he said something. I don't remember. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but he was talking about. Black people built America. You know, you contributed and you're just now getting the credit, and all of that stuff, right? So now it's just because he was just trying to get votes. What does he need votes for? Who's going to beat him? Who's going to beat him? Who's going to, let be honest, Warren? Because that's who you got left. Biden's in the scandal. Bernie's dead. Kamala ain't going to cut it. Don't nobody really like Kamala. Some of the black women going to vote for her because she's black. Well, she's a black woman. She's going to arrest y'all ass. You don't need black votes. Shit, he barely got any black votes last time. When you talk about percentage-wise, black women definitely didn't vote for him. So he don't need the votes. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. It's like he ain't what is he? Come on, he don't care about that shit. What, Miss Meat? I gave you pistachios for me. You see, look at you, you hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you $3.50. That's all I can afford to spare you right now, Miss Me. My pistachio budget looking real low. You know what I'm saying? Y'all exasperated my pistachio situation. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so again, and me, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I put all politicians in the same boat. I think they're all scum. Some are just less scummy than others. But my thing, what I don't understand when it comes to this cause is, and oh man, shout out to Miss K. Gray. She posted a hilarious video in the group. You flipping me off? Look, them 350 can go right back where they came from. Look, I got access to the account. Don't make me let me get in there. But my thing is, when you have so many people who sit here and blame Trump for all of their problems, you've had problems since before 2016. You know what I'm saying? You've had problems in your life since before 2016. Shit changes. I mean, it's just kind of how it rocks. And because you're not getting, I don't see how people sit here and blame Trump for all their issues. So you only been struggling. You 52 years old, been doing bad forever, been on stamps forever, been doing everything, all this other shit forever. And all of a sudden now, you just now having problems because Trump is in office? How? 358, Rashid, you got 5,000. Don't be over there came from Miss B. Miss Meat, I don't remember last time Miss Meat called in. Did she call in yesterday? I don't think she called in. I don't even look. She was late today. She tried to get early bird pistachios. See, that's 350 out of love. And see, y'all reject my love. I can't believe it. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm finna talk about y'all. Yeah, throw them back. Give them back. I'll put it back in my pistachio account. You can use the give command. But my thing is this. So he said that. Did Obama ever say that? You know what I'm saying? Did Obama ever say that? I mean, he was part of the program, right? I'm curious about that because he's a black man living in America, and Obama never told you that. Hey, black people, we worked hard as slaves and we built America. So that's all I'm saying is you hate this man for whatever reason. And again, I don't understand the hate because I don't feel like once he was elected, there was no physical change. There was no change in my life, my perspective of life or anything. Except I started hearing about Russian bots a lot more. I mean, that's the only thing that fucking changed. And now, I'm going to be honest. The only person that I've ever heard say something that had a legitimate change in their situation is Miss Me. I will give her that, right? I will give her that. She's probably the only person that I've heard justify the reason why, she had an Obama preference, but Obama's term was up, so he couldn't run again. So it is what it is. So outside of that, I haven't really ever heard anybody say, well, why do you, what's the deal with Trump? Oh, he's racist, he's this, he's that, and he's this, he's that. But where? Right? This is terrible. This is terrible. Dreads hanging out the... Oh yeah, I do want to address that too. I think we spoke briefly on. I said that I want to see what happens if they end up appealing the case. But I saw something saying that he was supposed to be testifying in a suit against the Dallas Police Department. And again, look, who's to protect you from the people who's supposed to protect you, and that's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. So if these are the people who are supposed to protect you, and you're going against those people, then who do you turn to, right? Your options are extremely limited. The fact that the area in which they live seemed to be a nice apartment complex, and then now you've had 2 murders relatively recently in this place. It's going to be very interesting. Oh man, they can't donkey me. They can't. Look. A show full of donkeys. They can't donkey me. But all I'm saying is there's no justification. Nobody has it. Nobody. Again, the same way people sit here and say, "Well, Trump ruined my life." Did Obama improve your life that much? What is the that's what I'm trying to figure out. If you can provide valid reasons for that, then I get it. But again, like I said, I lump them all in the same category. This is not favoritism for Trump. I don't give a shit about Trump. I don't give a shit about Obama. I don't give a shit about any of them. I care about people. I care about the people who have to live the day-to-day lives. I give a fuck about Ed Honcho. I give a fuck about the Denfo. Most of the fresh ingredients, some of the fresh ingredients are thrown off. But I'm just talking shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's just my deal is this, man. It's this perceived power that we give people that really ain't changing shit. The real change is on the local level. That's where you're really feeling the most impact. But people don't care about that. It's always the guy at the top because, that's what the news told you. CNN told you that Trump was going to come to your house in a KKK hood and burn a cross on your yard. Trump don't give a fuck about you. If you broke and you fucking poor, Trump don't give a shit. That's what y'all got to understand. Trump give a fuck about motherfuckers with money. They ain't worried about the other shit. People, it's racism. No, it's just issues niggas have that ain't got money. Trust me, he like niggas with money. That's all it is. It's perspective, man. Stop letting the media tell you what is and what ain't. Let's see what's shaking, right? Let's see what's shaking. The third thing, the main thing that I want to get into today. I'm gonna speak on this, and then we're gonna open up the line. Whew. I ain't gonna lie to you because I know quite a few niggas who, under this regime, under this administration, while niggas was complaining about hurting and being broke and all this other shit, or winning, came up during this administration, the few years that Trump has been in office. So I think they would be more than happy to disagree with a lot of your views. Again, it's your perspective, it's the actions that you take. Shout out female pimp. You talking about you gave some taco to the plumber for him to fix your damn shit, and then you was giving sex to the DVD man. You know what I'm saying? For a fire stick. You got the fire stick for a fire stick. But let's get into it, man. Here's the thing that I want to talk about today. And I'm so upset because I really wanted you guys to see this thread, and I guess I should have saved it, or I don't know. I saved some posts that were related to it, but they got rid of the thread, I guess, shortly before the stream started. And basically, what it was a white lady, and she was at a game. She basically she took some little sneaky photos. You know how people take the pictures and they take a picture of people. I hate that shit. Like, people with camera phones are real weird to me. I don't like taking selfies. I don't like taking the pictures that I put on the thumbnails for each of these, like the video thumbnails. Like, I hate taking those fucking. I hate taking those. I hate taking those pictures. Like, I hate taking pictures of myself. I think it's a fucking weird ass thing. I think it's the weirdest shit in the world. I get very uncomfortable doing it. But, I use it for the thumbnails. But people just take weird selfies, and like, I can't do this. I can't walk around. Hey, what's up, world? What's going on? Hey, we live. I can't do that. It's weird shit to me, right? This shit is just strange to me. It's an odd behavior that I just can't adapt. But people do it. It is what it is. And so, anyway, she was at a game. Yeah, it's a game. And she took photos of herself, I guess. But really, there was the guy in the background, right? It was the guy in the background. And 3 or 4 photos. It was a black guy. She's a white lady. I don't know if it was at a Tennessee game or where, if it was a Texas game or where. I'm not sure exactly where she was. So what she did was she posted these pictures on Twitter, saying, hey, I think this guy's really cute. I'd love to have a date with him. And she posted the pictures up, right? Now, someone responded. It wasn't really the guy. It was a troll account that responded and said, hey, it's me, as I'm not interested. I thought it was funny, though. But if you really look at the responses to this whole situation, okay, it tells a lot. Very telling, right? Very, very telling. Now, to her original post, it was more black women than anything that responded. It's Twitter. People are going to respond to you. It is what it is. Professor Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? It was more black women than anything that responded. But the reason I want to comment on the black women that responded is because of the level of hypocrisy that took place with these responses. So, Twitter niggas going to go through profiles. You say shit, they going to go in there, they going to find all your shit, right? And there was a guy he took and went through. He went through like scrubbed gang of responses, and I guess I don't know if his shit is still there or not. I'm gonna try to go back. I was trying to find that one too. And he went through people replying who had a comment about her shit, went to their profiles and found some very hypocritical statements. So, like I said, mainly black women responding. The dudes, those simp ass dudes who responded, were like, they kind of responded to the fake response. And basically, when he said, "Oh, I'm not interested. You're not my type," that was the response with that. And then dudes were like, "Oh, come on, man. It's just a date." Like, I'm going to talk about that too. Like I said, I'm going to be talking for a minute. I'm going to open the line, but I'm talking for a few minutes. There's some shit I want to address. So, black women in there, like I said, one of them said, "Oh, we're a dying race. We don't need any more mixing. It's a no-go," or something. Like, one, who are you to choose this man's preferences? Whether you support interracial dating, whether you're against it, who are you to speak for somebody fucking else, right? Anyway, go through her profile. They start fucking scanning through her shit. What do they find? Oh, I really love white guys. I wanna get with a white dude or something like that. So how you just talking about you're a dying race, right? On his shit, but in your shit, like I said, you gotta erase your Twitter history if you're gonna go out there saying stupid shit. All right, Jason, appreciate you coming through, man. And again, it was responses like this. It was dozens of responses like this. I wish I would have saved all of them, but again, it would have taken me saving 3 or 4 pictures, and because it was like, they'd have a response to her shit, and they screenshotted, 2 or 3 things that they've said, and it was bunches of them. White women this and this, white women that, and then in their own responses, I want to get with I want to get with a white dude, or a white guy is so cute. So it's like, what's this odd double standard? If you with it, you with it. If you're not with it, cool. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. But then I posted some shit on the original reply that I put in the Facebook group. So if you're in the Facebook group, make sure you check that out. But it's about 8, 9, 10 little responses of black women saying that I don't give a fuck. I can't stand seeing black men with white women, but I love seeing black women with white men. What is that? What is that? What does that mean, right? Yeah, the white woman took the picture of the black guy 'cause she thought he was cute, and then she posted on the internet to try to find. Instead of just turning around, I mean, he was literally like 2 people away from her. So instead of turning around and just maybe trying to get his attention, saying hey, hello, hi, whatever. But she was kind of cuckoo because they went through some of her old posts too, and she basically like posted about guys saying hello to her like throughout the day, and just she was just super. She's probably a weirdo, right? So she's probably a weirdo, John. I mean, she's definitely a weirdo. But all I'm saying is like. And I posted that, like I said, it's in the Facebook group. It's a bunch of them. And I don't think I posted, I didn't even save all the ones I saw. I'm just like, wow. Now, people sit here and say, men do the same thing. No, they don't. This is not true. Now, if a man dates interracially, he don't give a fuck, right? He don't. If he dates white women, he don't give a fuck about a black chick with a white dude. He does not give a fuck. Those like type of dudes don't have that double standard. Now, black dudes who don't date interracially may have opinions on that, but black men who date white women don't give a fuck about black women who date white. There's no, I love seeing black dudes with white women, but I can't stand seeing black. No black man says that. It doesn't happen. So like I say, this weird double standard is like, how can you accept interracial dating, but then condemn someone else who does it? That's fucking stupid. That's a retarded double standard. It's really ignorant. And again, and it's just a laundry list of these women. I don't care what anybody says, or I can't stand it, makes me sick. Me and my mom saw a black woman with a white dude, and we wanted to give her applause and all this. Like, I don't give a fuck. Do what you do. Do what makes you happy. But the double standard is ignorant, and that's why I say it's like, man. Oh, Doja Cat got a boyfriend. Like, look. That's everybody, cat. That's everybody Doja Cat, goddamn. But so my thing is this: like, if you're gonna date interracially, do what you do. And I sit there and I tell you, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I told you I've had my phases where I was on my super pro black kick, and I was anti-interracial everything. I wasn't doing it. I was against it. I was just like, I ain't with all that, Jack. But then, like I say, as things go through, as life progresses. And I come to other realizations and say, what people got to do what makes them happy. Who am I? I'm not dating the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Like, why do I even really care? It's not my issue. I don't care. Might not be something I'm going to do, but I don't really care. Other people have to be happy, right? So, that's just kind of how it is. That's kind of where my stance changed. Hey, if you are happy and this is a person that treats you great, because, I looked at a lot of scenarios and I understand why certain things happen. And I'm not knocking anybody for it. But this double standard is disgusting. And like, how much of an idiot do you have, especially an emotional ass idiot, do you have to be to sit here and say, this way is okay,
donated
but
$2.
that way is not okay.
A black chick walks up to a white girl and says, "You've never been singled out for the color of your skin." White girl says, "Just was."
This is true. This is true. NBA goes. But this is true. And that's why I say, man, look, I'm all for fair competition. I'm all for whatever. Hey, everything's on the table. Do what you got to do. We talk about race, and I like to talk about race. I like ruffling feathers. I'm gonna start ruffling more feathers in the den. I love all y'all, but I just want to ruffle some feathers. It's always good to ruffle some feathers, have some good conversation. Appreciate the love, culture. My thing is just this, man. Like, can we stop the nonsense? If you're against it, cool. Be against it. You're entitled to that. If you with it, cool. Be with it. You're entitled to that. But you cannot be with it for yourself, but against it for others. That makes you a stupid fucking idiot. Point blank, there's no justification for it. There's no validation other than you're emotionally driven. You have no emotional intelligence, and you're probably crazy. I mean, honestly. And it'll be unfortunate for any man that has to deal with that, because she's probably out of there. Say the nonsense shall proceed. The nonsense shall never stop. So my thing is this. Big M is here. Big M is here. I mentioned Big M earlier. I'm a skank now. Live, or is it cutting out? Y'all let me know. Did the stream kind of cut out? Because it just did something because it said that it was reconnecting, but I don't know. One side looked like it was fine. The other side looked like it just got out for a bit. Okay, they're checking in. They're checking in, saying, yeah, we giving. Oh, yeah, I guess I should probably put that up, right? The dilly dally. There we go. Appreciate the love, culture, and in 335. But my thing is this, man. Let's get this party started. Let's get the line activated here. Give me just a second. But it's just like, man, again, I cannot deal with you. Like, I can't deal with the people who are searching for everything. Oh, and the one thing I said I wanted to talk about, right, real quick before we wrap it all up. Roger, what's the motherfucking deal? Shannon, stop making stuff up. You be making stuff up, Shannon. That's not true. No man cares. If a man dates interracially, he does not care if what other women are doing. Especially if it's a black man that dates white women. He generally tends to have a preference for white women. And he doesn't give a shit what black women are doing. Straight up. Like, on some real shit. I don't know. Somebody's calling the old deadline. It is not activated. You make stuff up all the time, Shannon. You know, that cucumber story never happened. So here's my thing. Like, that's only women. Only women would care about that. Like, only women care about what other motherfuckers do. And think about it. Who's the motherfuckers who care about rich people relationships that they'll never be in? Motherfuckers was mad at Tyrese. Motherfuckers will never ever date Tyrese. Let me get the number up. Let me get the system up. Motherfuckers who will never date Tyrese was mad about him having preferences. He said he didn't like the big girls. This nigga work out all the time. He putting in work. He's a famous movie star. He probably has his choice of the most upper echelon women in the game. And if he has a preference because he can afford to do so, you can't be mad at him for that because he takes care of himself and he wants someone who does the same and he wants someone. Like, you can't be mad at him for that. You might not like it, but you don't have the right to be mad at him for that. If a black chick says, I think she was attractive, and she said, well, I just don't date black guys. I can't be mad about that. That you're entitled to your. I might not like it. Oh well, you know what can I do about that? You're a piece of shit because you don't date your own kind. You piece of shit. What can I fucking do about that? I don't give a fuck. I don't got the energy. Guess it's like a billion other bitches on the fucking planet, and we worried about one person's fucking opinion. Like, we got to stop that. You know, let's. Why is this shit not logging in? Give me a second. For some reason, it's doing dumb shit. It's not logging me into the system. All right, I'm signed in. Let's check this out. Signed in like 4 fucking times. And then let's go here. Pull up the soft phone. Why is this one not? What the fuck is going on? Come on, SC. It's working over here for some reason. I want this. I don't want the whole fucking box up. I want the fucking. There we go. I guess I had to let that one fucking load up first. All right, there we go. I don't know why it was acting janky for me for a second. Okay. Put the right number on. All right, let's get this bitch booted up. Let's get some calls going and all this other stuff. But my thing is, you know, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of misogyny. You know, I just think everything's wrong with anything that Big M says. He's just a terrible person. Deadline, bam. There we go. If you want to support the channel, go to dinjamins.com. If you want to support the channel, if you want to do the mask thing, let me put the link up for the mask. I know people ask about the mask, and I'll be fucking up. So I'll put that up. But there's the number to that dilly dally. Let me make sure the phone line is visible because it is silent, which is a beautiful thing. Guess I should arrange these windows accordingly. There we go. All right. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's always rise up. I don't.
Y'all ass got
Lose,
y'all got y'all asses sat
hey, we
down.
beat ourselves. Y'all ain't beat nobody.
How
I
you beat
told y'all.
yourself? How
What
you
did I
how
tell you
you
the other
how
day?
you beat
What
yourself for
I tell you
52
the other day?
points?
What I tell y'all the other day?
That you make
Didn't I
bad
tell
decisions in
y'all
life,
our
and one of them is your favorite
secondary is
football team.
trash? Our secondary and defense is trash. So that's why we beat.
Boop.
Okay. Now next week y'all gonna get the shit kicked out of y'all. Watch. You know it.
So
Y'all
you want
all know it.
you
But
need
anyway.
somebody else to do your dirty. You talking about the same Chiefs that just lost to the Colts? That's what we got to be worried about. Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm still a Falcons fan.
That's unfortunate.
I'm not bandwagon. I don't jump on bandwagons. Falcons, Braves. By the way, let's go Braves. For the gift.
You know where Hurts came from?
We appreciate it.
You know where Jalen Hurts is from?
I don't know where he's from, but he came from Alabama. Alabama didn't want him. I don't care where he's from. Alabama didn't want him.
Where he came from before that?
Where he came from?
Came from the city, not your city, the city.
What, Houston?
Yes.
I don't care.
So appreciate Jalen Hurts.
He ain't in Houston.
Oklahoma is not shit without fucking Texas.
He in Norman, Oklahoma.
No, that's a terrible name.
He's in Norman, Oklahoma, so I don't care. That's where he is right now. That's all I care about.
Nobody from Oklahoma.
That's all I care about. I care about Jalen, and I care about Acuna, and Desby, and Markakis. I'm talking about the Braves.
What kind of name
I'm
is
talking
that?
about the Braves.
What's the Braves looking like right now? Are they winning or are they losing? What are the Braves doing right now? I mean, nobody really cares.
Well, Game 5 is in SunTrust Park, Marietta, Georgia. Game 5. I will be there. Game 5.
They're going to Game 5 already?
And, yeah, it's Game 5. Yes.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
We played Game 4 today.
Okay. They're going to lose.
We're 2-2. What the fuck are you talking? It wouldn't even be a Game 5 if we're losing, Honcho.
Yeah, but that means you lost 2 games. So you've lost, and you're on the brink of getting eliminated. It's an elimination game.
DeMarcus, why you see DeMarcus all like, fuck you, Miss Meat. Like, why you gotta do me like that, bro? Like, I ain't say fuck you, DeMarcus, when I told y'all Friday and Saturday, I was like, y'all gonna beat us. Right now, our defense and secondary is trash. Listen, I'm not one of them fake fans who gonna be like, oh, we still good. No, man, our shit, like our fucking secondary and defense is trash. Ryan, with his interceptions, I'm not no fake fan. Like, I'm true to this. I told y'all this. Don't act like I didn't tell y'all this. Didn't I tell y'all this?
Yeah, no.
But I told y'all this. I told y'all this. You weren't listening to the chat. You weren't looking at the chat, but me, DeMarcus, Professor Trill, I was telling them, I said, y'all gonna beat us because we're trash. The locker room is not together. Everybody's arguing. And how we led with getting rid of Duke first, I don't know. But hey, I'm not in the front office. All I can do is be a fan. I'm a fan. Okay?
That's unfortunate.
So, now, are you a fan? Would you give up on your team?
No.
And mind you, the year we went to the Super Bowl, we was 1-4 or 1-3 or something like that. So hey, it's okay. We still have a lot of football left. I'm still a fan. I'm still rise the fuck up all the time. Now we're gonna get to the subject. Yeah, okay. Y'all think y'all did something. Now look, next week, don't say no when I come in Southworth and y'all get the shit kicked out of y'all, because that was gonna happen, because y'all
So you're a Chiefs fan now?
We're not good. Like, we're not good right now. Like,
you're a Chiefs fan now?
Y'all ain't beat nobody.
You're a Chiefs fan now, right? So you're a Chiefs fan, right?
Who fan?
I mean, that's what you're talking about rooting for. You're talking about hoping another team can do another team can do the job that you didn't do.
Really, y'all can't hurt us. Like, y'all the AFC, so don't think I'm stupid. Like,
I mean, y'all done lost to every team y'all played from the AFC South. Y'all have lost to every team in the AFC South.
If we sweep everybody in our division, you can go to the motherfucking Super Bowl just like the Giants did on a 9-something record. So anyway, y'all the AFC, so really, whatever. It really ain't shit. Like, it's not really like I really don't have to talk shit to y'all because, you know.
Because you can't?
My thing is my division. You know, it's my division. So y'all ain't do shit. Trust me, y'all finna lose everything.
No, I mean, why you still talking about it? Why you still talking about it?
Y'all
Why
finna
you so
lose
worried
the next
about
3 games.
For a person who's not worried about it, you are definitely talking about it.
That's why, because I'm salty. I'm salty as fuck.
I know.
I told you I'm honest.
You're salty.
I'm salty.
Just Lowry's.
I'm salty.
Morton's.
I'm salty. Pour all the salt. All the Morton salt. I'm fucking salty.
Get your little yellow raincoat and umbrella.
Salty. I'm still salty, but even though y'all don't mean shit, I'm still salty.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, I'm salty as fuck. But I'm not scared of y'all. Like, what y'all gonna do to me? Like, I'm not scared to talk shit. That's my team. I'm gonna still.
I mean, we done with y'all. We done with y'all. Y'all use toilet paper.
If we lose every fucking game, I'm gonna still talk shit.
Nobody concerns themselves with used toilet paper. It's only issue when you don't have fresh toilet paper when you need it. Y'all don't use toilet paper. Y'all have been used up, wiped up, and thrown away and flushed. So we're not worried about y'all anymore.
Toilet paper. Okay. Well, fine. You're not supposed
to be the
AFC.
It's over and done.
So,
we've done all we did what we had to do against y'all.
Are y'all number one in y'all division?
Yes, we are.
Where y'all at in y'all division? I don't even know.
Number
are y'all
one.
number one
Yes.
in y'all division right now?
Yes.
6 games in?
Yes.
Oh, really? Well, that'll change soon. But anyway, that'll change. Y'all, I'm saying y'all used to falling and failing. So.
We won like 4 of the last 5, something like that.
Well, so in y'all case, is there? Just like our cases, y'all case empty or not?
I mean, y'all had a chance, but y'all blew it. Yeah. See,
is y'all's case empty or not?
What are you talking about? Case of beer? What are we talking about here? What kind of case are you talking
about?
No,
the case of the Super Bowl win. Just like ours.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So now, let's go on to the subject. Because, y'all shit dusty too. Y'all shit empty too. So anyway, now, my son, right? So, okay. So I've never been into the getting mad about the interracial dating. Because, like I said, don't be looking like that, Honcho. I see you. See, I got 3 phones. See, I see everything. See,
all right, Kevin Gates.
They're looking like. But I'm just saying, y'all shit empty though. Is y'all shit empty or no?
I mean, I'm just listening to you talk.
Empty like ours are no. So neither one of us got no motherfucking ground to stand on. So anyway, now let's go to the subject. Ed, we're gonna go to the. Hey, I beat Miss Bell tonight, didn't I?
Yeah, actually,
I did. Wow. Whoa. She probably mad. Miss Bell, don't worry. I'm going to let you on, sugar. You going to be next. But I just had to.
You just spent 8 minutes talking about them trash-ass
Falcons. They be
Falcons.
thinking I'm scared and shit. But how many Falcon fans be in your chat on South Sports?
There are no Falcons fans. Nope, there's no such thing as a Falcons fan.
There's no other fans but y'all. Y'all be sitting up there kissing each other's ass. Oh, we're great.
Actually, it's Patriots fans. We got Chargers fans. We got Patriots fans. We got Titans fans. That's our enemy. We got Titans fans. We got Jags fans.
Because y'all time them out. Y'all time them out.
Absolutely
not. Your mods time them out. So they don't get a chance to say shit.
That is false. You're the only person that get timed out.
What? Are you serious? Your mods time everybody out that's not a Houston fan.
That's false. That is a false allegation.
You're my time them out.
I will not
so they don't have no chance to say shit.
I will not stand for such falsity.
I got timed out the first 5 minutes I was ever in your damn South Sports. The first 3 minutes.
That's you. Because you was in a spam. Everything is good as long as you don't spam. As long as you don't spam, everything is kosher. But were you spamming?
Nah, don't be high. Okay, all I'm saying is
were you spamming? See, look how you changed it up. Look how you
your mods time them out.
Were you spamming? Exactly.
Your mods still time them out.
Were you spamming?
Your mods still. Why y'all talking about the Super Bowl? Y'all wasn't even in y'all own Super Bowl in y'all own hometown.
Y'all wasn't even in our Super Bowl.
Like I said, we're on this. We're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. What do y'all trophy case look like?
Tell me more about this boat.
What do your trophy case look? And then JJ Watts with his dirty ass, all of them trying to kill my fucking quarterback with his dirty ass.
Sounds racist.
Somebody should. I wish somebody would have took his ass out. His old dirty ass.
Damn, 31-3.
And then they didn't even call two. They didn't even call two of the roughing the passer on your dirty ass, JJ.
Well, you gotta be.
Damn what he do for your little funky ass.
You gotta be passing to get called for roughing the passer.
That shit was dirty as hell. His dirty ass. Anyway, so now let's go to the subject.
So, Miss Mix, you realize you didn't hit the 10-minute mark talking about nothing but these trash ass Falcons. You spent 10 minutes talking about these trash ass Falcons.
Listen, I can talk about them all day. I don't give a fuck. That's my team. I could talk about the Sooners. I could talk about the Braves. I could talk about the Hawks, and I could talk about the Falcons all day.
So that means
we're not going to do that.
So that means you can talk about it.
What
you mean we're not going to do? You done did it. You done already did it. What you mean we're not going to do it?
I just had to get out what I had to say because see, y'all be thinking some motherfuckers scared. Ain't nobody scared of y'all trash. Listen, y'all trash too. Y'all know it. Ooh, y'all think y'all really did something, huh? I tried to tell y'all Friday and Thursday, our secondary and our defense is trash right now, okay? And the reason why is because Dan Quinn all of a sudden wants to take over the defense again, okay? So Arthur Blank gonna say last night, I'm not gonna fire him. So what the fuck can I do? I can't do shit about it. All I am is a fan. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm gonna go to every game, and I'm glad because my son tried to talk me into going to that Houston game. He was there. My son was there. I tried to tell him don't go. I said don't waste your money, but he went anyway because see he's not here in Georgia with me. He's the next state over. He's in Oklahoma. So he went to the game. I said, son, don't go to that game. We're just not clicking. We're just not doing our thing right now, okay? True fine ass that burnt the fuck out. True fine ass. I knew True fine ass was going to get burnt out. I knew this. See, y'all wasn't listening to me in the chat. I was trying to tell y'all this shit. I know. I'm not stupid. I'm a fan, but I'm not stupid. True fine got burnt out. Isaiah Oliver got burnt out. Everybody they tried to put in got burnt the fuck out. Like I knew.
Why? Why is that?
And I knew
Hopkins. Why would everybody get burnt out? Why would everybody get done bad like that? What is the cause?
Our secondary, our safeties, our whole defense, except for Grady Jarrett, he can't do it by his motherfucking self. He can't do it. Vic is too little. Vic Beasley is way too small, and they keep changing them in position. See, I need to be a motherfucking coach. Let me be a coach. I'll show them how to coach the motherfucking defense. I'm serious. Vic Beasley too little. Keanu Neal keep getting hurt. He's trash now because he done had so many major motherfucking injuries. We might as well get rid of him. We done passed up on so many good secondary safeties and corners. It don't make sense. Arthur Blank is a soccer man. That's what he is. He's a soccer man. That's all he gives a fuck about. Okay? He needs to let his wife, whom he's getting divorced with, Angie, same. My name is Angela. Angie. He needs to let Angie run the Falcons. I guarantee you it'll be some different motherfucking shit going on. Okay, now, do you want to talk about the subject or not?
I've been wanting to talk about the subject for 13 minutes and 57 seconds now. You've been talking about the trash ass Falcons.
No, you keep bringing up the Falcons, Ed. You kept on. I'm saying what it is. I'm not lying. Like, I'm saying what it is with us. That's why I told the Marquis, Professor Trill, whoever else was talking Thursday and Friday in the live, I said, y'all gonna beat us. I already knew because I know what's going on. I'm not just looking at the game like, oh, I'm just looking. I know fucking football. Okay? I know football. Been watching since I was 5. My daddy didn't have no boys. He had all girls. So somebody had to do it. So 2 of us did it. 2 of us didn't. Okay? Now, to the interracial dating. So, my son is married to a white lady. Okay? So when he first got with her, right? Her family's prejudiced. I'm not talking about no behind your back prejudice. I'm talking about good old boy, like I call you a nigga in your face prejudice. Like, so when he first got with her, I was like, son, he was telling me about her father and what they used to say. So I'm like 1,000 miles away. I'm like, man, fuck, you gonna have me traveling 1,000 miles to go to jail? Like, for real, like, leave her alone. So eventually he thought I was just being prejudiced, which I wasn't, because my whole family, like, it's mixed all around, like my whole family. So he thought I was just being prejudiced, but really I was scared for him because of her family. You get it? Now, I have no problem. Any color, anybody, as long as you don't fuck with me, I ain't gonna fuck with you. As long as you don't hurt me, I ain't gonna hurt you. But now this chick, she's spoiled. She's the only child. She cussed her fucking parents out. Like, fuck you, mom. Fuck you, dad. You fucking assholes, you know. And they got money, you know, and this and that. So my problem really wasn't with the interracial part, because that's what Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, all that type of shit is. So, you know, for a while he thought that was my problem. So when they decided to get married, right? They decided to get married, right? So they had a destination wedding, which was in Florida, which is cool to me because I'm in Georgia. It wasn't number 3.5 hours away where their destination wedding was. So I'm like, is her folks gonna be there? He like, yeah. So I'm like, well, I mean, you know how your mama is. I'm just saying all that racial prejudice shit they said. Like, what the fuck? Like, you ain't had us together for no dinner. And let me remind you, I go to Oklahoma like 3-4 times a year. I do. So we ain't had no dinner together. We ain't had none of this. So you expect me to go there and be nice, and you know how your mama is. He was like, well, you're not invited to my wedding. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Fuck it. Because I'd rather not be invited than go to jail. Fine. And you know what he did? He flew me out there. He flew me out there before the wedding to have a dinner with her family. Lord have mercy. So it's really not the fact, and I know it is some women, like you said earlier, when you were saying, fuck at me, we only want a white woman, this and that. Yeah, it's a lot of sisters out there like that. I'm not gonna lie. I got a sister that's one of them. Can't stand that. Can't stand the mix, you know, racial. To me, I don't care, because I don't want you. So I don't care who you love. The fact of the matter is who you respect and how you respect them. Because I don't care. Like, I don't want your man. I don't want that dude that got the white girl, or you don't want that black girl that got the white dude. Like, it doesn't matter. My thing about it is, when it comes to the families, because when you get married, you're going to cohabit. Like, you're going to habitate. Like, you're going to be around each other at some point. At some point, you're going to be around each other. So you got to get along. And if her family is just like, I don't like niggers, and, you know, they out in the country, and, you know, their ancestors hung people, and, you know, they even called your child a nigger, how you supposed to feel?
I feel like a wizard. I'd make some magic happen.
Okay, you don't feel like no wizard. Don't pay attention to Ed.
What I mean, I feel like a wizard. I make magic happen. I cast spells on those who would dare insult me by calling me a nigger. I am a nigger wizard. I am a magic black man. I take him down to Nigger Town.
No, that's not me, Professor Trill. It's not Angela. I'm not that young.
Oh, no.
I'm 47 years old. I'm not that young. That's not me. What is that, a pig? What is that on her face?
That is some random person that I found online, and for some reason they
That's
posted...
not no person. That's an animal.
They posted a...
I'm saying, what's that on her face?
It's a cat. And for some reason, I guess she was on the computer, and the cat just put
That ain't no goddamn cat.
the cat
If
ass.
that's a goddamn cat, that motherfucker big as hell.
Yeah, and so that's what I think about the Falcons conversation
No,
we
that's
were
not
having.
no cat.
So that
Tail kind of long though.
that's a cat. What else would that be? That's a black cat. The fucking fat ass black cat.
That's not no big. That cat big as fuck. Man, that cat like a damn dog. That's not no damn cat.
I don't know what kind of dog what kind of
So
dog
what's the
you're-
point of her picture? What is that?
The point of the picture is because that's how I felt listening to you talk about these Falcons. It's like smelling cat ass.
Fuck you, Ed.
Anyway, well, look here, Miss Angela.
Y'all still didn't do shit. And y'all know y'all didn't do shit.
Y'all done lost.
Y'all know y'all finna get y'all ass with
What does that matter to you?
Y'all ain't do shit, so
Again, that's an
whatever.
AFC team that we're facing. So why do you care?
Whatever.
You in the NFC? I mean, look, hey, just take your loss with graciousness and just move on. You taking the loss like an
No, I'm
ex-boyfriend.
salty.
You just
No,
move
the fuck,
on.
I'm not gonna take it graciously.
Just
I'm
move
salty.
on. Just
What the
just
fuck?
move on.
What is you talking about?
Anyway,
salty.
it's unfortunate. You
More than salt. Call me more.
you need to get on a low sodium diet. It's bad for your health, man. Bad for your heart.
Salty. Salty, Ed. Salty.
But here's the deal.
I'm salty as fuck.
Now you've been on the line 21 minutes, been 11, 13, 15
So you
minutes.
want me to lie? You want me to lie?
No, you ain't got to lie to keep
You want me to lie and be like, oh, we're going to be okay. We're going to be
just
all right.
you
When
just
I
talked
tried to
about
tell
you just
y'all
talked
asses
about
what it was
one
at
and four.
first.
You just said something about 1-4 going to the Super Bowl. So somehow you feeling
I did, and we did.
That's tough. That's unfortunate. Well,
But it's okay.
Well, Miss
We still got a lot of football. We still got a lot of
a
football.
lot of bad football. It's very
So
unfortunate.
I want y'all to keep this same energy. I want you guys to keep this same energy because I've never hated no AFC fans because y'all don't give a fuck about y'all. But since we are in close contact with the den and all that, okay, y'all keep this same energy. Got it?
Okay.
How many more games left? 10? Keep
Alright.
the same energy at the end of the season. Got it? Got it?
Okay. Well, I mean,
Okay. Got it?
one thing.
Y'all gonna keep the same energy? That's
Yeah,
all I'm asking.
the energy will
That's all I'm
remain the
asking.
same.
Because I got the same energy.
Okay.
I got the same energy the whole season.
Oh, that's good. But before we wrap this call up, because it's going long, I got a couple other calls I want to get in. I want you to.
Yep, gotta go.
I
Yep,
got this. This is
got
for you here.
I got you.
No, this is for you right here. Can you see that picture right there? I mean, do I need to remove that for you? Would you sign on the dotted line, please?
I signed my L.
Okay. Just
I signed my L before Sunday.
Okay. I'm just.
Ed,
Yeah.
you're not listening. I signed my L before Sunday.
Okay.
That's what you're not listening. Ask DeMarquis, ask Professor Trill. I signed this L
okay.
before Sunday.
So you got the Amazon Prime. You got it overnighted.
Because I already know what was going to happen.
Oh, okay.
I knew what was going to happen.
Okay.
So, hey, now what? What's next?
Okay.
Just watch the Braves. That's what y'all do.
Why watch the Braves when there's a better team playing?
Who is the Houston? What are they called? The Astros? Are they in it?
Wow, this conversation is over. This conversation is over.
Are the Astros in it?
Obviously, you're not watching.
No, it's not. So now you're gonna hang up on me, Ed?
Well, Miss Angela, it's been a nice conversation. We have other calls to get to.
So now you're gonna hang up
The
on me, Ed?
Astros,
So
the
now
best
you gonna
team,
hang up on
the
me,
best
Ed?
team in baseball.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just saying, where the Astros at?
The best team in baseball. You're
Are
gonna
they
ask, are they in
playing?
it?
What time do they play?
What is it?
Tell me what time they play so I can watch them.
What time do they play? Because last I checked it was to be decided, but they play tomorrow. They did take a L today, but they're 2-1. So,
They did. What's the series?
It's the Orange Juice series. They're up 2-1 right now, and they can close it out tomorrow.
The Astros up 2-1.
They're not in an elimination game like the Braves. So we're not in the same
Oh, okay.
situation.
Well, we playing home. We'll be all right.
Doesn't matter.
We'll be all right.
The Astros have home field advantage throughout, so there's nobody cares. So even if y'all were to find some modicum of success somehow to ever see the
We'll
Astros,
be okay.
y'all would have
We'll
to come
be
to
at
the
home.
house.
We'll be at SunTrust Park tomorrow. We'll be at SunTrust Park.
You don't even trust
We'll be all right.
You don't even trust the sun.
I'll be there.
You don't even trust the sun.
I'll be there in my pink.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's breast cancer month, so I'll be in all my pink Brave stuff. So I'll be there.
This is Angela.
I go to every game. I told you.
Miss Angela, I
I'm
love you,
cool
but
with
this is the worst call you've ever had. I love you, Miss Angela.
I got free tickets,
this
but
is
hey,
the
I'm
worst
cool with
call you've ever
Okay,
had.
I'm gonna let somebody else call in because you didn't want to talk about the subject. You want to talk about the damn foul because I tried to tell you, you ain't got to put all that sign this L I said it at first. You ain't got to put all that up, shouty. I said what it was, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Y'all keep that same energy, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm going to be in that damn South Fork. I want y'all to keep that same energy,
All right.
okay?
We'll be looking for
Bye-bye.
you.
Rise up. And I rise the fuck up later.
All right, still I rise. Whew. I love Miss Angela. That was a terrible call. That was a horrible, very bad call. I like this picture here. Let me see what we got here. I'm just gonna put that up there for Angela. Yeah, that's how I feel after that game. That was tough. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Hello, hello. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What up?
Oh, I know this voice.
What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening, Miss Lish? How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Well, I would say no complaints. But that last conversation with Miss Angela.
Bullshit.
Talk about the
I'm sorry.
Anytime.
Bullshit.
Let me put the number back. I apologize. Yeah, let me put the number back on the screen there.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for reminding me of that 335. We know Sweetberry didn't do it. Yeah, it's that was a tough call there. So what's on your mind, Ms.
Yeah,
Anderson?
that was interesting. That was.
So I think you got in a little bit later when we kind of got away from kind of what we were talking about originally. And what it was, like I said, there was a Twitter post and some things happened. It was a white lady. She took a picture of a black man at a game that she was at, and she kind of posted up looking to find if anybody knew him, even though she could have just turned around and said hi to him. So anyway, she posted that up. A lot of black women replied to her post, and they were not too keen on her search, had some comments, had some things to say. But the thing about this that we're really talking about is the double standard, because of the hypocrisy of a lot of these women. People went through their profiles and saw that they were talking about, white women, or we're the mixed race thing is bad, or they had negative comments about the white woman wanting a black man. But then when you go through their comments, they were talking about how much they either wanted to date white men, or they thought white men were attractive, or this, that, and the third, how they applaud black women and white men and all that other stuff. So basically the double standard. Now you yourself are in an interracial arrangement, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, have you experienced, negativity outside, say from other women, not or even other men? Have you experienced negativity from
I
others?
have. I mean, I pretty much, like I told you before, I've gotten it from both ends. It was either, the black ladies, they'd be like,
ends?
She shouldn't have been,
Both
you
ends?
taking all our win, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or white women just be like, why don't you want to be with your own race? I mean, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares? I mean, if that's what I like, that's what I like. And it's just always been that way, like I told you. It ain't always. Okay, that's just what the fuck I like. I like light skin. I like dark skin. It is what it is. I mean, it don't necessarily have to be a preference of race, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I do have a preference of skin color because that's just what I'm attracted to. If you caramel complexion, you know what I'm saying, chocolate, okay, you know what I'm saying, but they have motherfuckers that's, Puerto Rican and stuff like that, that's very dark skin, that I'll be like, oh, well, I mean, if you cute, you cute, I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying, it's not based on one race, but that's what I ended up with. I got a black man, I'm white, yes, and I'm happy where I'm at. That's just what the fuck I like. I think it's fucked up that they jumped down her throat. I mean, goddamn, congratulate the bitch. She might need some black dick in her life. I don't know.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, she went that far. She must have really liked what she seen. I mean, hey. Well, what's wrong with that? Shit, a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't even do that shit. I mean, she might be crazy. I don't know.
She
You
is
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? I mean, she did kind of go far. She did.
No. If you saw some of the other posts she put up, I think she's just happy that she gets any attention from men. But she kind of had she kind of had the haircut, the white woman that fuck with black dudes haircut. The kind of shorter dude. That's like a signal. That's how for those of you black guys out there who are looking, to try to find the sign.
See, there
you gotta look for
get that shit all the time.
The pixie cut? Is that what they call it? Yeah, you gotta look for the pixie cut. If she got the pixie, she like the BBC.
Oh, whatever. Because that's not even. I don't know why it's like that. It's crazy, but it is though. You ain't never lied about that. I get that shit all the time, and I'll be like, God damn, I like my hair short because I ain't got time to, fix that shit up when I go to work. I just throw some water on that bitch, lay it back some, and haul ass, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for all that shit. When I have long hair, I'm white. Motherfucker, I shed and shit, too. You know what I'm saying? So when I have longer hair, it seems like it falls out more, and it's, you know what I'm saying? So I just prefer it short, but I've heard that a lot. Motherfuckers always look at my hairstyle or something like that and be like, you like a black dude, don't you? I'm like, no. But that is fucked up that they attacked that lady like that. They should have really been thinking that bitch was crazy. That should have been the topic of the conversation, not the fact that she was looking at a black man.
But my thing is, but if she has a preference, it's fine. And if she's crazy, that's fine. I think most people are crazy. But my thing is, how do you go about speaking on someone in an interracial situation, but you want one yourself? Do you think it's more jealousy, more envy?
Exactly. I see that shit all the time. Motherfuckers be like, oh, I want me a white man. Da-da-da-da-da. I mean, they say it for the wrong reasons, though. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh, a white man will have good credit and, provide better and blah, blah, blah. Not true. A man is a man, and it all depends on what kind of responsibilities that man is for. Not motherfucking true. You got broke ass white men. Don't fucking act like that. You got hood white men. It don't act like that. Like, it does not matter of the race, that you are. It just depends on what the man is working for, what kind of priorities he's got. That's what the fuck matters. It don't matter whether you black, white, Chinese. It don't give a fuck. It just all depends on if that's what you're attracted to. Cool. Go for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you should be condemned for what the fuck you want, or what you like. I mean, it's just, what the fuck? Everybody has a type.
Wait a second. I'm confused here because I'm noticing you weren't really familiar with the last caller, right?
The what?
Were you familiar?
What you mean?
No, I'm just saying, were you familiar with who the last caller was?
Miss Me. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because he was seeming like I'm just talking because I know that it's been some laughs, and I'm just wondering if there has not been a cross conversation situation. I'm just I know sometimes some folks be here, some folks don't, and some folks don't, and I'm just wondering. Both of y'all are regulars, so I was wondering because
it seemed something to say. I don't give a fuck.
No. I mean,
just last time he pushed me off the phone and stuff like that, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I just kind of felt like that conversation was bullshit. I mean, my bad.
So
her story just didn't sound too legit to me.
Okay, well, what did you find flawed in the story?
She couldn't even finish the story. I was confused. I thought I was high, and they ain't even fucking smoked yet. I was confused. Like, what are you talking about? Really? What are you talking about? I mean, are you prejudiced against the fact you talking about, well, I can understand if her parents, you know what I'm saying, but obviously you are not, you know what I'm saying, your parents. If her parents are racist, but they still motherfucking had the wedding and her parents were there, obviously it wasn't that damn bad. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen motherfuckers that's racist, you know what I'm saying, and they disown they motherfucking child because of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's some real racist shit. But if they didn't even disown their child and they happy for her, whatever, why would you have anything against that? Regardless of whether they're racist, you have some motherfuckers that's really racist and still care about their child. You know what I'm saying? And if she well off, then, hey, let your baby be well off, too. I don't see what the fuck the problem is. But I couldn't understand because she was kind of everywhere with the conversation. I mean, I got lost. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood.
Okay.
But that's just my views on it. Let your baby be rich, too, if they got it like that. Shit. Hey, they taking care of him, let him be. Shit.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, so what do you think is the worst incident that you have dealt with being involved in an interracial relationship?
I mean, shit, like I said, I got it from everywhere. You know, I mean, motherfuckers, just because of who I hung with, I didn't even have to be in a relationship. Before I hung around, you know, some of my friends, and most of them were black, I always got some kind of comment from the side or whatever. I mean, it's just, I told you about my experience at the club, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think that was, but not as far as relationship wise. Most of the people that I hang with is a good crowd. You know what I'm saying? We all get along. Everybody loves everybody. We cool people. I don't give a fuck what anybody else
So you
really
would
has
say
to say.
that you're not racist because you have black friends?
I wouldn't say no. I mean, you could be racist and still have black friends, but I'm not.
Okay, I'm just fucking with you.
There's people out there like that. Don't be fooled. I mean, people are like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Why? You think I'm racist to my old kind? No. I love my white folks.
Okay, I'm just curious. Like I
I
said,
got a mix of friends.
okay.
You know.
I'm just curious. I'm just inquiring. You know, of your beliefs, your thoughts, whatever it may be.
You already know, though. It just is what it is. I mean, you go to where you're accepted at. I mean, whether it's white, black, Chinese, Korean. I mean, if that's who accepts you for who you are, then and y'all click like that, then we cool like that.
Man, I tried to hang with some Chinese people. They kicked me out instantly. They wouldn't have it. They were just they was like, no, nigga, no, it wasn't gonna happen.
What you mean?
I went in. They just wouldn't have it. They just said no. I think that's what they said. I have no
It's
idea.
sad though. It's so sad. The ones I really fear for is my children. You know what I'm saying? Because they're mixed. And I kind of do fear for them because it is still so much racism and hatred, you know what I'm saying, in this world today, still. After everything that this world has been through, everything that all these races have been through, and it's like, damn, nobody sees any kind of compassion, you know what I'm saying? Like anywhere in any of these situations, from the Jews to the Egypts to slavery to, I mean, goddamn.
You think so? You really think
I mean, really.
you think the world is less tolerant these days? I think the world is more tolerant these days than ever. I mean, because you think about it, you had the little gay homecoming kid. That's something that would have never happened back in the day. I mean, they opened up the whole avenue. I mean, now you know all this stuff that they're teaching. I mean, and it might not just all be along racial lines, but I think part of it is, you know, I think sexual orientation. Look, I mean, not say it's something you can choose, and you know, wonder why the stream started fucking up, but I think people are more tolerant of sexual orientation. I think, you know, they're accepting, you know, of people's lifestyle. I think race is in that too, and I mean, to me, I think it is. I think there's still people who are holding out, but I think that people overall are probably more tolerant, or at least they act more tolerant.
Well, yeah, because I feel like they have to, because like I said, there's so much more out there than, you know what I'm saying, than what it used to be. You know, I mean, you can't deny the fact that no matter where you look, you're going to see a different type of race. It's not, you know, oh, well, you're in the white side of town. Oh, you're in the black side of town. Oh, you in the Chinese section. No, it's not. It's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, you know what I'm saying, the army and stuff like that, with the military and everybody being so versatile in race, you know, so that's everywhere. I mean, it's just not like it used to be. So I think that's why it's more tolerated, you know what I'm saying, because everybody's more spread out now. not confined to certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be. You're not. But I feel like, even back then, you had somebody that was not racist. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you had a few of those. Shit, that's why mixed babies are here today. That's why we have interracial dating from way back when. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't just start. It's always been there. It's just because you didn't know about it or see about it like you do now because of, social media and stuff like that. But it was there. I damn sure believe it.
Okay. All right. I don't have too much more. Anything else that you would like to add to that, Miss Licious, before we wrap it up?
Are you shutting down?
No. I'm trying.
Damn, I was about to say I just got the notification.
No, I'm trying. I was trying to issue the 10-minute rule, but somebody spent 10 minutes talking about them fuck ass Falcons.
Who said that? I hope it wasn't Miss Meat because her ass stayed on the motherfucking phone.
No.
Last time got a call back and everything. We heard the mariachi band and all this and that kind of bullshit. I was like, what the fuck? And get a call back and get another 20 minutes? Well, okay, it's all good though. I ain't hating on nobody. I congratulate, baby.
No, I'm not saying
Must have been
everybody.
A good ass conversation.
All I'm saying is that I was trying to hold a standard, but somebody violated the rules, talking about them old, shitty ass Falcons. So I'm trying to get it back in line, But
oh well, I don't even listen to all that sports shit. But I'm gonna tell you what though, Honcho.
What's up?
The motherfucking cats and your face. I was dying. You hear me?
Look, I'm just saying,
I would have hung up on your ass too. I thought your ass was just stuck. I couldn't tell. Oh my God, I was dying. That shit was too funny to me. Yeah.
I don't do
That's
nothing.
what's up though. I like them little things. That's cool.
Yeah, just trying to add a little spice, a little spice to the stream. Because what I wanted to put up, like I said, they took down the article, and so I couldn't really post it like I wanted to. But
but I mean that's the only thing I can say about it. They shouldn't have been so hard on Interracial, but that just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying, where my people's minds are at. I mean, like I said, I think the bitch was more crazy than anything, but I would have kind of looked more into that factor than the fact that she was looking at a black man. Like, come on, man, damn, really though? Damn, that's crazy. Don't put nothing past nobody. No, that's just how it is. I had the shit. I had posted a pickup and somebody was like, yeah, you look like you fuck with black dudes. Yeah, you look like you said shit, your credit score went from 750 to 820 or some shit. I don't even know. Them motherfuckers was trying to rag me hard on being with a black man. Like they just knew from seeing my picture. But that's fine. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say what they want to say, talking about, oh, you look like you got 5 kids, about 5 different baby daddies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got 2, 1 baby daddy, and I married that motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my face.
Hold up.
But anyway, people going to say what they want to say. But it's cool, though. That lady shouldn't give a fuck. Like I said, you should more look into her mental state or right along with some of your calls. Anyways, I love y'all. Y'all have a great motherfucking night. Let the next caller call in. That's all I had to say.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, Miss Lady Licious, and hopefully we hear from you soon.
All right. You know it. All right.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Oh man, I don't even talk about Halo. When is that new Modern Warfare coming out? What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's up? It's John from New York.
John, what's the motherfucking deal? How you been, John?
I've been good. Been working, school, been hustling. How about you?
Okay, good. No complaints. Yeah, I'm doing all right myself, man. Life is good. No complaints. Just putting in a little bit more work, man. So what are your thoughts, man? How do you feel about tonight's topic, man?
Ooh, between this topic and the pro-black topic, you're not going to have any more black subscribers pretty soon.
It'll be all right. I think they'll survive. They'll be all right. I think we just got to open up some minds here. But, I think a little drama never hurt anybody.
What's up with Miss Meat? Talk about J.J. Watt like that. J.J. Watt's a god in Houston. How could you talk about him like that?
Miss Meat, is a Falcons fan, and the Falcons are trash, and she's just upset that the Texans just put 52 up on them. So I mean, it is what it is. But it wasn't really that. I mean, it was a solid win, but I mean, we still let them score 33, so that's really not that good if you're looking at it from the defensive side of the ball. But you know, it's okay. I'd be upset if I was a Falcons fan too. So.
Yeah. I haven't seen J.J. Watt in the stat sheets this season. Is he having a bad year or what? Is he injured or something?
No, he started off rusty. I think he ended up getting a sack last game. He has a couple of. I think he has one forced one. I think he's about what 4 sacks, 4 or 5 sacks. I think it's about 4, and forced fumble or 2. And I mean, he's doing all right. I mean, it's not, you know, the usual typical JJ that people are expecting to see. But I mean, you gotta understand, the guy's getting a little older, start off slow. I think he'll pick it up. I mean, there'll be a couple of games for him to, you know, pad the stat sheet coming up soon.
All right. So I know a couple of phone calls kind of went off topic, but so what exactly are you guys talking about? The lady who took the picture, or just interracial dating in general?
We're talking about the lady who took the picture, and really we're talking about the hypocrisy in the comments. And what I mean by that, it was mainly black women who replied to her, and then there was a lot of, you know, oh, well, what you're doing, basically negative comments because it's white woman, black man. But then when the people kind of dug into the replies that some of these people were making, the black women, they had a lot of stuff in their timelines that was, oh, I love white guys, or I'd love to be with a white, I'm gonna get a white boyfriend. So they were just talking about, that sounds a little bit hypocritical that, you know, that you're commenting on this page, you know. So I find that very interesting. So what are you?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the internet, man. You know, people grow a pair of brass balls and they hide them behind a computer screen. And it's the 21st century and it's social media. You know, people just like to be able to rage and just give their opinion and just want to be heard, and they don't really have any substance to them. But yeah, but it's all bullshit. I mean, like them saying that is just bitterness, jealousy, anger, prejudice, bigotry, racism. I mean, that's just like, why would you even say those things? Who cares? She thinks the guy is cute. So what? That's her business. There's plenty of guys that, you know, another woman might think is cute regardless of his race. So what? Shut your mouth. Let the woman, you know, enjoy herself, and just like you're going to enjoy yourself. Because I know that if the shoe was on the other foot and people said that shit to you, you wouldn't like it and you'd feel some kind of way. So what's the point of you doing it to them over something so frivolous like she taking a picture of a guy that she thinks is cute? You know, it's like on one side of the token, you know, if a white woman thinks black guys are ugly, then she gets called racist and a bigot. But then she thinks a black guy is good, is handsome, then she's stealing, you know, all the black men and this and that. So you know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. I can agree.
You know?
And I'm finally found some. I'm sharing some of these tweets that were replies from some of these people that were on this thing here. But yeah, John, I remember one of your first calls. You kind of mentioned how you kind of, you know, you have a variety of ladies that you've dated, and you said that you've ran into some incidents. But has it ever been, you know, because I say mainly what I've seen is, I guess let me kind of put some nuance to this, is because I think that people who date interracially normally, I don't think that they have a problem. Men who date interracially, I don't think they have problems with other people who date interracially. But I think it's those who, I think you maybe get more shit from people who don't date interracially having a problem with people who do. But have you seen guys who are kind of open and they do date interracially having an issue with the opposite sex dating interracially?
It's rare. Usually if he dates interracially, he doesn't give a fuck who another girl dates interracially. He's just happy to be who he's with. You know, once in a blue moon it happens. Like, you know, you can't say all or everyone for any particular topic, because then the all police come out and they want to arrest you. Yeah. But usually you don't hear that happening usually.
Okay. So let me see. Hold on. There's a couple of things that happened, and we discussed some things in previous days, and I was hoping you would have called. I don't have them coming to mind right now. I wish I would have jotted those. I think I'm in the wrong notebook. But is there anything that's taken place recently that you would like to speak of? You know, I definitely like hearing your opinion on certain things.
Well, yeah, I do. I want to say something about what's her name, Amanda Geiger, the former police. Yeah, in a second, but I want to finish up on the interracial dating thing.
Okay.
Personally, the reason, and this is just my personal opinion, the reason why she got a lot of, that white woman got a lot of hate for posting that picture of the black man that she thought was cute is because I feel that, you know, a lot of black men have an easier time dating outside of their race than a black woman does dating outside her race. So they get kind of like jealous and insecure about that. So that's kind of their way of shaming, like, you know, whether it be a black man or a white woman, that's the kind of like their way of shaming them. It's kind of like the insecurity shining through. And although I think it's idiotic and it doesn't work, but I think that's what's behind that. Because if, you know, if any of those women that were writing those nasty comments had a great man or had a man of another race, they wouldn't be writing those racist or ignorant or hateful comments. So I just think that's the issue. And plus, you know, men are the one who really do the choosing. You know, if, I know women think they do because they get to say yes or no when you approach them. But if a man doesn't approach the woman, she doesn't have the opportunity to say yes or no. So as men, I guess you could say we're like the hunters, and as men, whether you're black or white or brown or whatever color, you know, if you're going to approach women, it's a numbers game, and your odds are going to increase. Women don't really approach men. So if you're a woman who's not getting, you know, dates, whether it's a man of within your race or out of your race, you know, they want to blame the man, and they'll say, I can't find a good man. But technically, if you're going to find something, you have to look for it. If you ain't looking for it, then you're not going to find it. Men find things because we do the looking. We go out and we hunt, and we approach a woman and say, hi, how you doing, blah, 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 let me get your number. So I think that's where all that hate stems from, especially with the interracial dating, is that I think one gender has it easier than the other because they put in the work to find someone else and do the approaching. I don't know if you want to add to that before I move on to the Amanda topic.
Well, I mean, I can agree with that. I think, you know, with men being expected, you know, like you said, that we are the hunters, that they are the ones expected to approach. I mean, you're going to go after your preference or whatever it may be. So I think that there may be a lot of, you know, black women who do have a preference or who would like to, but they're not going to be the aggressor in the situation. So, you know, it could be stereotypes, or it could be whatever it is. Some people just may not find that interesting. Maybe they may be interested, but may think or believe a certain thing, and so they never get those opportunities because they don't put themselves in those type of crowds or those type of environments. So they're going to repeatedly get passed over, and like you said, they're going to blame someone else for, you know, that situation.
Yeah, like today, I told you that I'm trying to open up a second business. So I'm in trade school, learning the trade on a professional level. And one of the guys that I befriended, he's half American black and half Polish. And today, just out of nowhere, he was talking about black women, and I was like, "Oh boy!" Like, you know, so I just like, so he's like, you know, and he was just like, you know, he's like, "Oh, black people are so loud," and I'm like, And then he's like, you know, especially a black woman, you know, black women this and that, and I was like, well, some, you can't say all. So there's, you know, there's stereotypes out there for all races and all genders. So, you know, because I just saw some in the comment section saying that I think that white men don't want black women or something like that. You can find someone from all races that finds another race attractive, whatever combination you want to put together, white and black, brown and white, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there's stereotypes and there's beliefs that a lot of people in this country and in this world believe. Whether they're true or not, they believe them, and it affects people. It makes some people's lives easier to date, and it makes other people's lives more difficult to date. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean this in a respectful way, but, you know, black women generally are not at the top of the list when the majority of races of men talk about who they think a quality woman is to, like, have a relationship with for the long term. I don't agree with it, but that is the stereotype.
Yeah.
Hence, even the biracial guy that was talking to me today, he was like, "Oh, black women this and black women that," and, you know, I kind of stepped in and was like, "Yeah, not all. You can't say all." You know, I was like, take it easy. But there is that belief, you know, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But all right, so you want to talk about the Amanda Geiger? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, that's believe her name. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on that? The whole outcome from that situation?
I mean, that whole thing, I tried not to follow it in the beginning on purpose because I knew it was going to turn into a disgusting, just hate-filled, racist, fucking talking points, and people just, you know, trying to compare that to the end of the world and the reason why, you know, slavery still exists in America. Like, I didn't want to get involved with it, so I purposely ignored it until like a day or two ago. when the verdict came out. And it just, look, what she did was idiotic. I mean, it was dumb. She fucked up. She should go to jail for some period of time. But these people turning it into a race relations PR nightmare, it just makes me sick. First of all, when the I don't know, the female, it was a black female police officer, and she came over to console her, and she was like rubbing, like combing her hair with her fingers.
Yeah.
They know each other. They're good friends.
Okay.
You know, it's not like they're strangers, and she was walking over to fucking pet her. The judge giving her a hug. There's been plenty of other judges that have given people, hugs and been, I don't want to say intimate, but they've given hugs and stuff like that to people that they genuinely felt the case was maybe they believed the person had remorse, it was some kind of a heartfelt case or whatever. And she gave the lady a Bible. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. She gave her a Bible. She accepted it. And then people saying oh, she only got 10 years because she's a white woman. Can we remind everyone that it was 6 black people on the jury and 2 Hispanics and the majority of the jury was either black or a woman. So, and secondly, and Prepaid Mike could probably speak better on this because I believe he's an attorney. And each state has its own kind of set of rules, like if you can get charged with manslaughter versus murder 1, 2, and whatever. That's not murder. Murder, you have to have an intent to kill. If you fuck up, I know of someone who shot a gun through a wall and it killed somebody. Mm-hmm. He got charged with manslaughter. He went to jail for a few years. He got out. She claims that she went to the wrong apartment directly above hers, and it's a common mistake in the building that people do. You know what? Idiotic. I could see it happening. I've walked up to the wrong car before and tried to put my key in the car. I've made an attempt to walk towards the wrong house, but I stopped myself right away saying, what the fuck am I doing? So I could see it happening, although it's really idiotic. And then when you walk into the door, don't you wonder why your door was unlocked? And then when you walk in, you see somebody sitting on the couch eating ice cream, and the place doesn't have any of your furniture in it. You should think okay, this guy didn't break into my house and then redecorate the place for me. So, but then in the heat of the moment, you don't think, you do stupid things. I just feel like it shouldn't be a race issue. It should be a stupidity issue, and she should go to jail on a manslaughter charge, but I don't think it should be a murder charge. But I understand that in some states you can't do a manslaughter charge; it's more like a murder 1 or whatever. So I just think people are using this as an excuse to fuel the racism talk when I don't think that's what it is.
And I see that. Like I said, any situation where you have 2 people of different races in an altercation, murder, whatever it may be, people are going to look for the opportunity to fuel that. And I think, it's another one of those situations. Well, how do you feel though about, some of the stuff they brought up as far as social media, like the MLK post that she made, and then kind of speaking on some of the black officers that she was working with?
I don't really know about that stuff. I'm gonna assume that if it's being brought up, it's because she posted them in a negative way. She made negative comments about it. Yeah, it's horrible. Well, first of all, I don't know what the posts are, so I'm assuming, is that what it was? She was making
Yeah, I think she was working an MLK parade, and then kind of made some jokes about MLK or something. When somebody asked about, I guess, when is it over, and she said, when MLK dies, and she was like, oh, oops, kind of like in a joking manner. And then
right.
It was something she just said about, working with some black officers. She's like, I'm not racist, but, black officers, and they work completely differently. Or something. She made, kind of some statements about how they work, how they operate.
All right. It's unprofessional. It's bigoted. It's prejudice. But at the same time, I'm not going to let that influence whether I think she should go to jail for 99 years or for 10 years, because every single one of us, me, you, everyone in the den, probably everyone we know, has said something that's been offensive or outlandish to someone in someone else's eyes. And imagine, going through your history when something happens and then saying, okay, well, that's who you are. All right, well, you know what? I've made homophobic jokes in my life. I've made racist jokes in my life. I've made sexist jokes in my life. I made all kinds of jokes in my life. Does that make me a homophobic, a racist, a sexist, or whatever? No. It just makes me not regular. Like, we've all said something that if someone else, had a recording of it, whether audio or on social media, it could be taken out of context, or it could make us look like we are hardcore hateful. So no, I don't think because she had those posts up, she should get 99 years. And then someone made the comment, oh, well, she shot one black guy before. Well, does she patrol a majority black neighborhood? If she patrols a majority black neighborhood, well, then if she's going to end up shooting someone, it's most likely going to be someone who fits the demographics of that neighborhood.
The black guy she shot before, now I think that there was some type of altercation. I don't know if they were serving a warrant, if they were looking for him, or that he tried to grab the weapon or something. Like I say, I have to go back and look and double check, but I believe.
Well, here's my thing. Yeah, well, here's my thing. With the guy that was sitting in his own apartment eating ice cream, minding his business, I feel like she could have just backed up out of the apartment, and ran off and called 911, or she could have just pointed the gun at him and said, if you come towards me, I'll shoot you. Because apparently, what happened was that's not what happened. She just shot him. So that's why I feel at very minimum she should get a manslaughter charge, because she could have handled the situation better. But I don't like I really don't like dealing with these court cases that have race relations behind them, because to me it's all hypocrisy. I think the national media puts the cases that they think are going to be drama filled on TV on purpose, because you never heard the case of Roderick Scott, who is called the Black George Zimmerman in New York, who ran outside neighborhood watch, ran outside, ran down the block, saw 3 kids breaking into a car at 3 in the morning, and decided to walk up to them, and then he shot one of the kids twice in the back, and he was found innocent. No one said anything about that, or. Exactly. Or no one talks about how George Zimmerman is 25% black, but all of a sudden he's a white guy who killed a black teenager.
What?
Because George Zimmerman's grandfather is an African immigrant who's from Africa, but he moved to Peru, and his mom is half black and half indigenous Indian from Peru, and his dad is German. That's how he got the last name Zimmerman. So George Zimmerman is 25% black. He was on a He was a part of a mentoring program from young black kids. His best friend is an African American guy. They opened up an Allstate insurance agency. But all of a sudden he's a white guy who killed a black teenager. So this is why I don't get involved with these types of court cases when people make race relations the main issue. It's just because it's hypocrisy. It's the media fuels everyone's emotions, and people get blinded by it, and they just forget about the case at hand, and they just talk about race relations, and it just makes it horrible.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, like they say, you learn something every day, and like I said, I knew that there was some mix in there. I didn't know about the African part. Okay. That's
yeah, it's on his mom's side. His mom is half black.
Okay. And what was the guy's name you said in New York, kind of with a similar situation? Roderick?
Roderick, Roderick, Roderick Scott. It happened in upstate New York.
Okay, we'll look into that.
And no one's ever heard of it. The kid even said, "Please don't shoot me. I'm just a kid." And he shot him a second time in the back. In the back. And his defense was he was charging towards me. So how did he get shot in the back?
Okay.
And then people were saying, well, at least he didn't get arrested. Well, he got arrested right away, and George Zimmerman got to walk off. Well, there's a difference. There was 2 other teenagers that were there. There were witnesses that said he shot him in the back. When George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, whatever happened between them, we don't really know, because unfortunately Trayvon Martin passed away and there was no witnesses. There was no one to say how it initially started. The only witness saw Trayvon Martin on top of George Zimmerman punching him in the face. Now, it could have been self-defense for Trayvon Martin. Nobody really knows at this point. So that's why I don't get involved with these racial aspects of these cases. They just make me sick. People get caught up in the fucking emotions. The media and the people in power in America have everyone in this country right where they want them. And I think everyone is either ignorant, dumb, or enjoys playing into it so they can have a reason to speak their hate and not get called hateful for it. And that's the same thing with going back to the interracial dating. People have all this shit like, oh, fucking, I'm pro-white, I'm pro-black, I'm pro this, I'm pro that. But behind closed doors, everybody's fucking everybody.
Yeah. yeah, pretty much. Okay. I don't know. I don't have too much else to kind of add. Is there anything else that's on your mind there, John?
That's it. It's past my bedtime, but I wanted to call in and because I like it. I know I got more to say about the interracial dating topic, the double standard. Yeah. I will say this. Okay. And I'm probably gonna start a fire in the den, but whatever. I think the reason why, and of course this is gonna sound great coming from a white guy. I think the reason why a lot of black women are quick to pounce on a black man dating outside of his race is because, black men have really been able to build something up for themselves. Black men and black women have both had negative stereotypes in America just because they're black. They both share a similar history because they're black. Some things have happened more to black men, some things have happened more to black women, but, there's both been a horrible and negative history and attitude towards black people in America. But the black man has been able to build something to where, he can get women from other races to find them, attractive and for more than just sex. Black women really haven't been able to do that on a mass level in America. I'm not talking about Caribbean black women or African black women or whatever. And, black men have built something up for themselves, and women of other races, not all, but some women from all the races find that attractive, and they'll give a black man the time of day and treat him good, and what man doesn't want to be treated good, what man doesn't like variety in his life. And I feel that, going back to before about how men are the hunters, black women are a little jealous because they're not getting the same kind of love from other races of men. Not saying that that other races of men don't want to have sex with black women, but other races of men don't really respect black women a lot of the times. They look at them as just a sex object, the fetish. Whereas, yes, some white women and Hispanic women, Asian women might look at a black man as a fetish, but there are plenty of... I think black men have it easier in terms of finding someone outside of their race who will like them for them versus a black woman trying to find somebody outside of their race that won't just fetishize them for being black. And I think that plays into the bitterness. Black men, in my opinion, have black women right where they want them. And that, I'm not picking on black women, because if this happened to any other race of women, it would make them just as angry and jealous and bitter as any other race. But that's just my opinion on that, and that's why when a white woman, and plus on top of that, a white woman is stereotyped in this world as the epitome of beauty, and black women for the longest time have been put down and called ugly in so many ways. Whether it be the skin color, the facial features, the hair, the weight issue. I feel like, on top of that, it just makes it that much more hurtful when you see a white woman with a black man, or a white woman talking about a black man in a positive way in terms of dating. So I think, I think that's where a lot of those comments came from, and that's why, on the low, those same black girls are like, oh, I love white boys and I want to date a white boy, but because the reality is unfortunately, some people do believe in the hierarchy and in the white supremacy system, and they think white is better, or white means success or something like that. And it's sad, and it's not all black people that do that. But that was my opinion on that, and I'm sure somebody in the comment section is fucking ripping into me. I'm not even looking, and I know.
I think a few more people just got on hold on the line right now. They
And all I gotta say is, just tell me where I lied.
I think you said some very interesting things, because I do believe there there are some reasons for this, and I do agree with some of the things that you said. But I'm gonna let the people speak, and then I'm gonna jot down a couple of notes, and I'll address them kind of closer to the end. But there is some truth to some of the things that you said, though. So I'm not going to say that I disagree.
Yeah, I might. All right, so I'll listen. Maybe I'll call back in because I'm sure somebody will twist what I said.
All right, well, John, man, as always, it's real good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well, man. And let's see what kind of fire you got started.
So now, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Honcho. So now, black women are always talking. Women in general, especially black women, are always talking about how they have it so hard, and you don't understand what it's like to be a woman. You don't understand what it's like to be a black woman, and how the constant disrespect and the marginalization, this and that. And I kind of, in a way, said that. And I watch how all of them call in and say, "This motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. He's lying. Black women are strong. We're strong." All right, there. All right, just remember. Just like on the fucking Twitter rants, they said on one post they love white guys, and the other post they said, "How dare that white woman like a black guy?" They're gonna do the same thing now. Fucking, they're gonna call in now saying we're not this and we're not that. But as soon as they get the phone, they go back on Twitter and they say, I'm sick and tired of black women being marginalized and not being shown respect in Hollywood and this and that. I'm telling you, everybody fucking does it. It's not just a particular race. Everyone fucking does it. It's the 21st century. Congratulations. Anyway, have a good night.
All right, John, man, good to hear from you.
All right, bye.
All right. Oh, I am excited to see what happens next. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den? We might have to extend the den a little bit tonight. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in?
Woo! It's prepaid. I made it in, baby.
Prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man? I had to slide off the camera. I almost sneezed on camera. That's my one no go. What's on your mind, prepaid, man? How you feeling this evening, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Trill think I'm drunk, but I'm sober tonight, so y'all niggas in trouble.
Fire up, baby. What's on your mind? So, do you agree or disagree with what New York John was just saying, man?
Well, John be killing shit. He was on a nice tear right there. But John, you made one big mistake, baby. You said that black men have it easier dating outside their race than black women, and that is 1,000,000% not true. And the reason why you don't know that, John, is because as black men, we don't get to complain about the shit. Let me explain something to you. As a black man, you will never be loved correctly until you get some money. I'm going to say it again. As a black man, you will never be loved accordingly until you get some money. Black women in our community aren't raised to love black men and cherish us until we make some of ourselves. If you think I'm lying, look at all the broke niggas. Ain't nobody checking for them. Black woman say she want a 6'6" nigga with tattoos all over his body. He gotta have $100,000. He gotta drive the nicest car. It's a whole bunch of shit she wanted to have. It's a whole bunch of niggas walking around look just like that right now. 6'6", whole bunch of tattoos. He ain't got no money. She ain't checking for him. A black woman can access any man she wants to. She's attractive. That's the only prerequisite for a black woman. If she's attractive, she can go to any club she wants to. She can drink for free every fucking night. If you think I'm lying, come to Houston on Saturday night. All of them in the club with tight dresses on with not a single fucking dollar to their name. They literally don't have a purse. So this premise of black women having it so hard on dating scene, that's not true. Also, John, you also don't understand something. A black man is going to be criticized regardless of the fact. If a black man marries a white woman, he's been with her since they was in the 4th grade. It will not matter. If he's successful and she's white, that's what they're going to attribute everything to. That's how this shit works. Black man marries a white woman. He's happy. He hates his black skin. He hates his mother. He's turned his back on his people. That's how shit works. Now, let's reverse that same scenario. Black woman marries white man. Oh, yes, bitch, you hit the jackpot, girl. We so proud of you. Yes. We knew you would do it. We just knew it. A black athlete marries a white woman who literally, he had absolutely nothing his whole life. This woman held him down since day one. Made sure he ate. Made sure he had a car. Made sure he had somewhere to be. He marries that black woman. He is fucking canceled. Cancel that nigga. Hate his guts. Serena Williams meets a nigga at a fucking gala, a white boy at a gala, marries him, and every black woman is crying tears of joy. Jesus Christ. Serena ain't won a fucking tournament since she married that white boy. If y'all think I'm bullshit, go look it up.
Yeah,
she ain't won a tournament since she married that white boy and got pregnant. But everybody said, oh my God, this is just love. This is what this is about. That is love.
Yeah, that's funny. The new little black chick beating her ass. Who's the little Osaka? Saki?
Osaka, whatever. Yeah, she pretty. I like her. She kind of nice, but that's not here nor there. But even she whooping her ass. She got white girls who, bruh, Serena be getting her ass kicked by people who she shouldn't even be playing against. Serena lost to somebody who's ranked number 87. I ain't never even seen a little white girl who beat Serena. The white girl beat Serena. She couldn't even do them. I can't feel my legs right now. I beat Serena. Well, Serena got a white man now. That took her powers away. The Black Panther has been stripped of her powers.
Man, speaking of Black Panther, didn't they try to cancel Michael B? Everybody loved Killmonger until they found out he was dating a white girl or something like that.
And the crazy part about it was Michael B. Jordan wasn't even dating a white bitch. He told everybody, I just was smashing her. I don't want a relationship. I like to have fun. That's what Michael B. Jordan said. Now, John, let me explain something to you about about how hard it is for a black man to get married. If a black man gets married, first and foremost, everything about our relationship before we get married is going to be questioned. For example, if you're a black man, and let's say you're a dark-skinned black man like Honcho, if Honcho marries a light-skinned woman, they're going to question his love for black women. So they're going to negate the fact that she's black. She a nigga too. But because she light-skinned, that maybe Honcho ain't happy with the person that he is. Now, I don't understand this. I don't understand this notion. I personally don't get it. But it's real. But it's real. So let me get this straight. You're a black man. You can only marry black women, but the black woman got to be dark-skinned. But let me back up real quick, because if she's dark-skinned, but let's say she's like Dominican, she don't really count neither. Okay, so let's say she's black, she dark-skinned, but let's say she's half Asian, and she has curly hair. Then you don't really like black women neither. Okay, let's back up. Let's say you're black, you marry a black woman, but she grew up very privileged and don't really speak in slang. They're gonna say you married a white woman anyway. See this shit? You see this shit, John? We can't fucking win. We can't fucking win. So if it comes down to you marrying a white girl, don't get you one. Don't get you one. They're gonna hate you anyway, because as soon as you become successful, they're gonna yell that the white woman taking away all the good niggas. But the crazy part about it was they're only been successful for 6 months. You've been knowing nigga for 27 years, bitch. Because don't nobody love black men until we get something going for ourselves.
Right? They was mad at what's his name too. Robert Smith. Didn't even know Robert Smith till he gave a donation. And then they was mad that he had a white wife talking about, oh, she gonna get all the black wealth. Y'all didn't know who the nigga was 2 days ago. Honcho. When Robert Smith made that donation, it was a Saturday. I'll never forget it. You remember I sent it to you. Yeah.
It was graduation, which was a Saturday. That nigga erased millions of dollars of debt. I told you, I said, Honcho, you know that nigga married to a white woman. By Monday, when the news broke, that nigga was canceled on every social media. They don't even notice that nigga's canceled. How dare he? How dare he? Bruh. Black women love Ghost. Amari Hadwick, the nigga from Power, right? They love Ghost. Yeah. Oh my God, Ghost is that. Oh my God, he just looks so good in the suit. Man, Ghost went to an award show with his white wife. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. You should have seen it. You should have seen it. Fuck Power. I'm watching Empire. I don't fuck with Power no more. I'm done with this shit. Fuck Ghost. Jesus Christ. Damn. Jesus Christ. Nigga, this nigga's up here talking about, he was like, look, man, I played football at Georgia. My career was over. I wasn't getting any NFL workouts. I was done. I didn't know what to do. I was literally broke. The only woman who was texting me back was my wife. He was, this is my plan A, plan B, plan C. This is all I got. This is it. She's taking all the good black men away. They always leave us. You went to school with this nigga. Why you ain't go take him to the calf and feed him one day? It ain't that fucking hard. The problem, I'm gonna say this, and ladies, I don't give a fuck if y'all get offended. You're gonna have to deal with the shit. Because can't none of y'all whoop my ass no way. But I'm gonna go and say it. The problem with black women, this is where black women and white women are different from each other. Black women are always looking for a finished product. And it's exactly the reason why these niggas be smashing y'all and going about their business. Y'all don't ever want to build with nobody. Y'all main focus is securing the bag. There is no securing the bag in 2019, ladies. You better find somebody who you can fucking build with. So this is how it works, okay? Black woman has a good black dude. He going to school, let's say major in engineering, okay? He going to be an engineer one day, okay? Black woman meets athlete. Athlete doing this thing, probably finna get drafted. She leaves her man to go fuck with this nigga, okay? Now, when you leave that man and tear down what y'all built, he continues going to school. He runs into the white girl. The white girl holds him down. He was in a bad place in his life. Now, he goes off, graduates, gets a great engineering job, making $80,000, $90,000 a year. You want to double back to the nigga. Come to find out, he out eating pasta salad with the white girl. Now, you run to social media and tell everybody how as soon as he got some money, girl, he ran out with that white girl. When in reality, you left that nigga. Because the idea of building for black women, it ain't for them. They just don't want to do with that shit. And before all y'all start doing this whole, he must got a white wife. I got a black wife. And she paid for everything when I was in school. That's what building looks like. She made sure we had. So now she made that sacrifice for us to make sure I had when I was in, I ain't have a pot to piss and one drink out of. She'll never go a day without having anything her heart desire. But majority of y'all aren't willing to build and do that. And when you're not willing to do that, it is very easy to be replaced. You can get mad all you want to. It's a fact. And just because you don't do it, don't mean your homegirl not doing it. Because some of y'all got homegirls who got good niggas at home. But you know what you tell them? Girl, fuck that nigga. Let's go to the club and get us a baller. Niggas in the club is popping bottles, bitch. Let's get us a baller. Them ballers ain't doing nothing but using and abusing. Your niggas in the club lying about what they do for a living. They smash up. They find you. They fuck you. And they forget. They forget you. And now you just frustrated and looking for the next nigga. Because you a duck. So, I know y'all going to call in mad, but I'm going to reiterate one more time. For all you black men who hear this, who listen to my voice, understand something. Until you get some money, my nigga, they will never love you how they supposed to. They will never appreciate you how they supposed to. They will never treat you how they supposed to. When you get you some money, they don't even argue like they used to, bro. You get you some money, you tell them you going to play basketball, that was it. You was at the gym playing basketball. But if you broke, she want to sniff your dick. She want to see where your basketball shoes at, where your basketball shorts at. I'm just being real with y'all. They going to question everything about you. Get you some money, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Nigga, it could be 4 o'clock in the morning. You say you go and play basketball. Well, yeah, girl, you know it's open gym. It's 4 a.m. It's open gym, girl. He gets buckets. He should have went to the NBA. He gets buckets. He has a great jumper. I'm being real with y'all, man. This is real nigga shit right here. I'm just telling y'all straight up. Young niggas be asking me questions all the time. Hey man, what's some advice for a young nigga trying to make it? You know, trying to come up with whatever. I was in the gym. Nigga asked me that. I said, what you trying to get? Man, I want some money. I want some bad bitches. I said, well, you in the wrong place, nigga. Working out. You need to go back to work. If you drive a muscle car, you don't need no muscles. Them bad bitches don't give a shit about a nigga that's in shape. Look at old boy from Quality Control, the nigga that got the what's the name? QC, Quality Control, P. Yeah. That nigga like he in his 3rd trimester. He got 3 of the baddest bitches pregnant at the same time. They all friends. Ain't none of this possible if you ain't got money.
These is facts.
I'm just being real with y'all, man. These is all facts. Now, black women, know you're going to call in and talk bad about my mama and all that good stuff. I love y'all anyway. Black power, whatever bullshit y'all want to talk about. I don't give a damn about none of that. You got anything else for me, Honcho?
Man, I got nothing. I think you came in and cleaned house, man. I got nothing for it.
Y'all be blessed.
I already appreciate it. Let's see who's gonna follow up on that. Let's see who we got calling in. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Okay, I am in
How we doing? Who we got calling in? Who's this?
I'm in the building. It's Mello.
Okay, Mello. Okay. How you doing, Ms. Mello? What is on your mind? You feel like something that you disagree with? You don't like some of the things the last few callers have said? What would you like to address?
Look, Honcho, listen. First of all, I love the fact that everybody makes it black women this, black men that, white women this. You know, it's some people like that. Probably the majority. And I kind of agree with homeboy that just called. Like, he got a point when he says that black men don't really get their props until they got money in their pocket. But maybe I'm built from a different cloth. It's never material things have never impressed me about any man. I don't care whether you black, blue, or purple. Your material that doesn't show me who you are. Now, oh God, what my blood pressure high right now. I heard so much. I heard so much tonight. Like my mouth, I'm dumbfounded. Okay. There was a comment I made earlier, and I had said that what does a black man and a white woman have in common? Now, first of all, I want to start off by saying you love who you love. Period. Point blank. I don't care who it is. My thing is, there is a war going on outside, and if you are blind to the fact that the plight for the black person in America is different from the white person in America, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't see the difference between the fight that's going on out here for our people, period, our men losing their lives, each other, period, point blank, okay? Where does love come in that aspect? Well, I look at the NBA, I look at the NFL, and the majority of these men are married to white women.
I don't think that's accurate. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that is what happens is the ones who are get promoted more so than the ones. I mean, think about the number one basketball player in the world. LeBron James has been with the chick he's been with since high school. You can look at a few other guys, and again, like I said, I think it's the ones that I think people focus on the narrative. But if I'm not mistaken, majority of athletes are married or pretty much, same race. But again, like I say, you have the few here and there in between that people focus on. But I think if we look at the overall numbers, not including just the superstars or whoever, I believe the numbers are on par with people kind of sticking within their same race.
And you may be right about that, because I'm not really I watch sports like that, but the majority that I do see, they are married to someone outside of their race. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, as long as love is there, I don't care. Who you love, and we shouldn't. I think we as a society get a little bit too caught up in what other people are loving and what they doing in their bedroom. But at the same point in time that I say that, I also think that the love between a black man and a black woman, they have a little bit more in common. Not saying everything in common, like someone asked me, are you saying everything? No, not everything in common. They have a little bit more in common because we know what it is out here fighting in this war for our children and for our lives every day. That's why I say what I say. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. But again, like I said, if somebody, whoever you love is who you love. But at the same point in time, I think we should be there for each other. Now, if you can't be there with somebody during their struggle and their build-up, whether it's a boyfriend or whether it's your friend or a family member, I heard somebody say in a song that says, if you weren't for me when I was trying to go through this, how you going to sit down at the table and eat with me, pretty much? You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that wholeheartedly. If you can't be there with somebody to go through the struggle, then what the hell are you sitting at the table for to enjoy the after everything is all said and done?
I agree.
You know?
I agree. And I think that goes
So,
on more than just a relationship. I mean, that been anybody you're dealing with. I mean, that could be friendships, that could be loving relationships, family, or whatever it may be. I think that goes on across the board. That's how it should be.
right. So, and my last point I just want to say too is, I think we generalize too much because again, there are a lot of women. Myself is one of them that has never been impressed by what you. I'm not. No, I would love if my man ain't broke and got a job at least. It's like you just want somebody who's at least on your level where you're not taking care of them and they're not taking care of you. And I think men want the same thing. I don't think a man really wants a woman he has to take care of all the time and that she don't have her own. I think men find it attractive when a woman has her own just as well as a woman finds it attractive when a man has his own. But of course, we live in a society where so many things, your success is determined on what you own and not who you are as a person. And that's where I think it gets lost at a lot.
So how much of this do you have to? Is it a racial thing? How much of this do you blame on society? I mean, everything that's pushed forth is, especially like in black music. I think that you mentioned stuff about black love and black people and there being a war. How much of this is self-inflicted? Because again, you look at the things that we push forth, especially as a community, as a society, the music that we listen to. And when I'm saying we, I'm not talking about everybody. Of course, there's always going to be people who differentiate from the mass or people who can't tell, what's right and what's wrong. But there's a lot of behaviors that we have adopted, that we embrace, that are also detrimental to us as a culture.
I completely agree with you 100%. And what I mean by that is some people glorify the thug life. Some people glorify, making sure that their Jordans are always fresh. While there are other men or I would say other people, not just men, who are more concerned with, are my kids okay? Do we got food on the table? Am I able to sleep at night? There are those aspects to it too. So it's like a lot of it does come. It depends on what you hold dear to you as an individual, and I think that's. I guess to say, when it all breaks down to it, it's all about your own perception and what you find important to your life and your world. If money is that thing, then you get with somebody who feels the same way. But there are people who aren't moved by money, and I'm one of those chicks. So I say that to say love is love. But at the same point in time, yeah, I am for black love. I believe it's a beautiful thing. But it is what it is.
Okay.
Very point blank.
All right. Well.
So that's all I got to say, Honcho. My blood pressure was up a little bit when I thought.
I mean, don't let it get to you. The den is a place of free speech, and everybody's opinions are welcome. No opinion is better than anyone else's, except mine. But the thing about that is that I'm just fucking with y'all. But I want to hear what everybody thinks. That's what it's. This is a place for conversation to be embraced. You know what I'm saying? Period. Mm-hmm. There's if you feel you disagree, I definitely like to hear that. But I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I think by listening to other people, you also open up your mind, especially if you're a person who's not so clung or so heavy onto your thoughts and beliefs. You're able to open up your mind and look at other people's perspective and maybe see something different that you didn't see before. So that's the beauty of opening up that dialect, and I think that's what life is all about, learning from one another. So maybe somebody will say something that'll change my mind. But have a good night, Honcho. Thanks for letting me.
All right, well, I appreciate your call, Ms. Miller, and I hope to hear from you again soon.
All right. We will. Later.
All right, have a good one. Shelly, you are a liar, Shelly. I listen to everybody. And, I respect my black women, my black women. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Oh, wee, man. Oh, wee. If y'all ain't mad, y'all about to be mad now.
It's bad when a nigga just start laughing. Ain't nobody even saying that. Just to start laughing, man. No.
Oh, go ahead and strap up, fellas. First of all, last lady caller. Fuck you, Heidi. Straight like that. I'm reading the chat now, goddamn. I'm on y'all ass. Y'all motherfuckers hold me last night. I'm pause this for a second. Y'all hold me last night. I came in the den, all good intentions. It was coming on, and I was going to bed. I logged in. I was listening to it while I fell asleep. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I didn't mention nobody's name. All of a sudden, my name get thrown in toward the end of the den. I heard and read what y'all motherfuckers said. Miss Grace, I'm ashamed of you. You gonna dogpile them. You let Trill talk for 2 hours. Look here, man. First of all, this is something y'all need to understand, because y'all act like y'all don't know. And I'm going to call y'all ass out, because y'all not holding the correct people responsible for the way the den goes. When I call, I actually have something to say. You might not like what it is I have to say, but I do have something to say nonetheless. Second of all, a conversation works both ways. I speak and Honcho speaks. We go back and forth off of each other's speech, okay? Like that. With some of you other callers, and particularly a lot of you lady callers, y'all will call in with absolutely nothing to fucking say. And Honcho's got to ask a bunch of questions just to start trying to get the conversation going. I'm literally sitting here watching you make this man work harder just to entertain y'all. So when I call, me and Honcho just have a conversation. It's easy on him. We get the ball rolling. We get, a whole bunch of topics get talked about. I know y'all always saying he be all over the place, and yes, but that just puts ideas in Honcho's head, something he might have forgot about or whatever. And then I may say something controversial, which I'm known to, and then it gets another conversation going. It gets y'all riled up, but it makes it more entertaining. So as much as y'all hate me, you actually fucking like it. But you don't even know it yet. Anyway, I'm off that. Second of all, that last lady caller, that sounded so beautiful. Don't you agree, Honcho?
Yes, it was lovely.
It was lovely. And I appreciate you, caller. I appreciate you being the way that you are. But the sad part about it is, ma'am, it's not enough for you. That's the reality of it. So before y'all start this all Nazis, look here, man. Y'all know what the real deal is. I'm the type of person, I tell you what you playing the lottery for, the odds are definitely not in your favor. Your ass is gonna lose just like the rest of these people. And then you sitting up here telling me, yeah, but there are some lottery winners. You done played the lottery for 20 fucking years, ain't won $10 off that motherfucker. So what we saying is the odds are not in your favor. That's basically what we're saying. More than likely, your ass is grouped right with the rest of them. Again, you think you're special, but you're not. You just another fucking statistic. And you fall for the same shit the rest of these motherfuckers fall for. That don't make you different. It don't make you special. You just another one. Another one. You get DJ Khaled out here, another one.
I'll be thinking of corny ass jokes that was Khaled's favorite salad. Whoever called it with that tomfoolery last night.
Now, I was disagreeing with Prepaid with what he was saying in the chat. But what he called in and said, got no beef with none of what he said. Because he's absolutely right. The guy from New York, what's his name? John, who I tend to not like. The first half of his call, when he was talking about the relationship shit, he was absolutely right. He fucking nailed it. When he got to the court case and got to the race shit, he showed his whiteness. That's all I can say. And I'm not blaming him for it. He just lacks the perspective. That's all. So, shout out to you, dude. You did good. You know what I'm saying? It's about what I expected on the race part. But, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody just don't share their perspective. Ladies in the chat, y'all right, too. Everybody's right partially, but nobody actually gets down to where the shit splits off. Y'all absolutely right that women do not want men that don't have money. Women like men who can provide them with resources. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time. You take what the man brings into the house and you make it better. You do what it needs to be done with it. You know what I'm saying? You provide the food and the clothing and everything else. And he provides the shelter and the protection and the resources. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time. And that's the way it should always be. Where we started to veer off, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that the women decide that they don't want to stay in the house anymore. They want to go get their own resources. So now you just bringing all of these resources into the house. And now it's a quibble between the man and the woman who does what with the resources once they get in. Because when a woman gets her resources, she wants to keep hers and just use his. Now, again, I did not say all, and I'm not going to say all. So y'all can start that shit if you want to, just to try to retort the argument. But it's a fact. Because you don't want because that's the reason why women don't want a guy that makes less money than them. There's a thing going out right now that professional women are having a problem finding men because men don't make enough money for them. They don't want to date or go out with somebody that makes less money than them because they expect the man to be the one to provide the substantial amount of resources. They don't want them to depend on their resources. They want to keep their own and just use what he got. Now, ladies, you know that that's true. You can sit up here and try to say, well, no, not me. Look here. For the most part, 99.9% of y'all, I'm not talking about the lottery winners, ladies. I'm talking about the majority of y'all is exactly that way. You've been taught that way. You were wired that way. That's the way it's always been. So just go ahead and admit it, and we can just get further on into the conversation.
Okay. That's
now, as far as... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm laughing because... talk about the future's female cat lady. I'm just laughing at the chat. Go ahead.
Oh, as far as the race relation goes, black women, y'all dead ass last. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason, prepaid, and you didn't hit on this, you was good, but you didn't get all the way to the nitty gritty. The reason there's a problem, most black women have a problem with a black guy dating a white girl. It is a lot easier for me to find a white girl than it is for her to find a white man. Now, I'm not saying, again, for you all Nazis, stop it. Because there are some white women, there are some white men that get them a black chick. But guess what kind of black woman they get?
A natural.
They get an Anita or a Brenda. They don't get a Taquanda and a Lawanda. They don't. Period. They get the good feminine, knows how to control herself, non-ratchet black woman. One that knows how to control herself and act accordingly, which means she minds, listens, feminine, and is naturally fucking nice. Not naturally aggressive, not naturally loud. All those male traits that a lot of y'all have started to pick up due to fucking feminism. They don't fuck with those women. Niggas don't even fuck with those women for the most part. Except if we just trying to smash and dash. If we in these hoes, evacuate and ejaculate. Ejaculate and evacuate. I said it backwards. Goddamn. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't get y'all act together, if y'all don't get back to where you supposed to be, which, here's that phrase again, learn how to play your position, shit is going to forever be fucked up. Y'all cannot try to play the role of a man and then expect to get a man. It don't work that way. You can be the role of a man all you want to and be by yourself. If you don't ever want to be married and don't want to have kids, then by all means, do you, boo-boo. But don't sit up here and start crying about there ain't no good men when you trying to be a man yourself. Men don't want to be in a relationship with another man. We already got guy friends. That's all the male we need. We want a woman. a feminine woman with feminine traits and characteristics. Not no woman I gotta come home and arm wrestle with. I don't want that type of bitch. I'm sorry. Because first of all, you're not gonna beat me at arm wrestling because I'm a fucking man. You not.
That's true.
The roles have always been defined. Now the roles are just all fucked up. Women just want this empowerment thing. And look, ladies, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be equality, that y'all shouldn't have the same opportunities that we have. Of course you should, but you cannot expect the same results. You can't, because it's not going to work that way. You're going to be sadly mistaken. And what men choose to do want out of life and what women want out of life is two different things. If you want a family and you want children and all that, you can't do a lot of this feminine shit that you're doing. It's just straight up setting you up for failure and disappointment. That's why when y'all get older, the first thing you complain about is men want all the younger men. You want all the younger women. But why you dating this old younger broad? And let me ask you something, ladies. Why do you think these companies that make these age-defying cream is making all this money? Because you bitches trying to get younger too. Y'all know goddamn well that youth is attractive. So don't sit up here and try to get on the men because we like younger women. When you trying to look younger your damn self.
This is true.
Because if that wasn't the case, you just look your fucking age and just rock with that. If that's how you really felt. But y'all know what the deal is, but you're not willing to admit it to yourself. You just saying that shit because you hurt and it sound good. But that don't get you nowhere. It does not help your cause. It actually goes against you because you're not realizing it's you that's the problem. I understand that y'all want change and y'all want better for yourself. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but there are consequences that come with that. And y'all, and a lot of women, especially they're getting older and older, they're starting to figure out it wasn't really worth it. That job that you got or that bag that you get, it don't keep you warm at night. It won't supply you with no children. It won't be there when a burglar comes in and try to intrude. Only thing you got is a baseball bat or a cold-ass pistol. None of that shit will keep you warm. So you got to really think about what it is you ultimately want. If you want to go the family route and you want a husband, you're going to have to be able to learn how to be a wife. A wife does not share male attributes. She doesn't.
Well, again, I think, and how much of that do you think is, and that's kind of what I want to touch on when John was calling us. I said I was going to hold on and say some things when it comes to black women. Again, not know everybody, not know, we're speaking in generalizations because what I notice what women do versus what men do, and we've had this conversation before, is when we say men, it don't matter who's on the line. If I'm speaking with another gentleman, we'll call out the hoe ass niggas. It's them hoes, always them hoe ass niggas. That yada. But when women, we start talking about, they like, well, not me. Well, then I'm not addressing you. Well, what you got a homegirl, a cousin, maybe your mama, your grandma, or somewhere
and that's knew why.
But y'all don't want to address that.
Somebody that they love or that they like that shares those attributes that they are trying to defend. They're not even really trying to defend themselves. They brainwash into that shit. If you start calling them bitches out, maybe you'll start faring better. Because the only purpose of that she gonna, because she not listening to niggas. Y'all don't listen to us. As much as y'all say we don't listen to y'all, which is true for a lot of the part. I'm not gonna lie, it's true. Y'all don't listen to us either. We've been telling y'all forever what it is we want, and y'all saying we don't care. Well, when you don't care, you don't get. It's just that simple.
Real quick to cut you off. Sweet Bear said, do most men think all women want to be? Again, you can't put all in any category, but let's be honest. The marriage industry is booming. It's a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry. You see these convention centers get sold out from wedding fairs and what's new in dresses, and you see these shows on TV. Do you think it's men that are watching that is keeping this industry alive? This is women.
No, and that industry is not thriving, Honcho. It's dying.
Oh, the wedding
a lot
industry?
of these fucking bridal stores and everything, they closing down. Victoria's Secret is starting to close down. Men ain't buying that shit for women no more. Y'all got the bag, you go buy your own drawers, bitch. Straight up.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. You know,
Because y'all keep saying, oh, I don't need no man. I don't need no man as long as I got my money. Well, go ahead and keep your money and see how far it gets you. You're going to be sitting in your nice house with your nice car, with your bills all paid by your goddamn self, sipping wine and working that vibrator like a motherfucking mad woman. Because you can't get no real dick from a real nigga.
And then when you try to get some, when you do try to get some action, that vibrator gonna have y'all whoa out. Shit ain't gonna respond
exactly.
right.
And you ain't gonna feel exactly. So if that's the life you want to leave, then go ahead by all means. But don't complain about it because you put yourself in that position. It's just that simple. There's a such thing as called accountability. And women, y'all lack the fundamental process of being accountable for anything. You can't just blame all your problems on everybody else, especially when you have something to do with it. And that goes for everybody. That goes for men too, the same way. I tell niggas that shit all the time. You can't blame everybody else, dog. You got to keep getting it. You cannot let that shit stop you. If that's what you want, you got to learn what you need and how to condition yourself to be able to welcome and receive this shit. It ain't gonna just fall to you. It don't work that way. Good niggas ain't just walking around looking for you and only you. That's not how it works. Same for men. Good women ain't just walking around looking for you and only you. You got to get out and find them. And most of the good women, ladies, they fucking marry. Why? Because men be like, you know what? I see what this chick is. She willing to do what a wife does. I'm wifing her the fuck up. You don't see them women complaining, not a fucking lick. But all the other ones who don't want to comply, who want to do whatever the fuck it is they want to do, who want to ride the CC, which is the cock carousel for those of you who don't know, a little red pill for you. You want to ride that cock carousel. Men don't like women who sleep around. Y'all want to have all the fun y'all want to, you go ahead, but don't expect a good quality dude with all them attributes that most of you women want to be right there waiting on you with all that used up pussy you got. We don't want that shit. And y'all get mad when we compare y'all to objects. But don't you use yourself as a fucking object? You fucking prop your titties all up, have your ass all hanging out. You use yourself as an object every day. So I can't perceive you as that, but you can make the perception of you as that. How does that make sense? You want to be seen like that when you choose, but you don't want people to look at you that way. It don't work that way. That is delusional. And again, I'm not saying all of y'all, but you know goddamn well it's a majority of y'all.
Okay. Yeah, people out there whoring for their husbands. So that's the whole thing, and that's just kind of part of it. And again, you know, I think there's a lot of things that tie into it, especially, you know, look, don't listen to us because, you know, y'all don't want to hear us anyway. If anything, listen to a married woman who has had a successful relationship. See, these younger women, they don't want to hear what, I don't know, some of y'all grandmas wasn't acting right, but some, you know, if you had someone in your family who had a long lasting relationship, you need to go have a sit down while they still around and have a discussion. Well, what is it that worked between you and grandpa? Or even if, you know, grandpa might be gone, you know, the women tend to outlast the men, you know, and she was faithful. What was it that made that work? You know, because what they telling you nowadays is bad advice. And then what kills me is two things, right? And I think that, you know, I would say you should listen to us because I think men are unless you with something else. But if you looking for a man, you should probably listen to what men want, not what single women are telling you that men want. You know what I'm saying?
Or even women in terrible ass relationships.
Yeah, and you know, women who consistently getting fucked over and done bad, and they crying and complaining to you, you know, every other weekend, but you're gonna get advice from them on how to keep a man. You know, the thing about it is, like I say, you know, I think women see what men or what they perceive as men having more benefits and all these other things, and so they want, you know, the idea of what men, but it's not that. Here's what you got to understand, right? Here's what you got to understand, women, and especially, you know, if you're out there and you sleeping around and you're doing whatever, you know, well, men get to be sexually liberated. Well, why not women too? You don't get to be the prize and everybody gets to have you because all of y'all view yourselves as a prize. You know, I'm a prize or I'm this or I'm that and I'm special. So you don't get to view yourself as being something special, but then everybody has. If everybody got it in their house, it's not a limited edition. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about it. It's everybody buy it. You know, you get it out the bargain bin or whatever. And so the thing about it is,
$2.99 DVD. Tell them, Honcho.
at the wall,
Tell
you know that hoe is in the middle of the electronic section at Walmart.
You goddamn right. Everybody rifling through that motherfucker. Yeah, you know, and niggas is rifling. Niggas is rifling. Yes, they is. Trifling and rifling. Yes.
You feel me? You feel me? And so that's all I'm saying.
This is a man's yas bitch. Yeah, this is how we do it. Free, Tonto.
But all we saying is, and it's just like that. So my thing about it is, hey, if you want to get out there and do what you do, then you may have to, recalibrate your standards a little bit. Because what it is what a lot of people do is they compare themselves to this woman. They're only comparing shit on the surface level. Well, I look like this, or I look like that. But this bitch may have everything that you have. May have a better personality, may have a better pussy. Just may be more, again, y'all have an issue with the word submissive. And the submissive don't mean just bow down and get whipped and kicked around the house. But it means being more supportive of your dude. You don't have to submit to every man. You submit to your man. And that's what I think a lot of people get that wrong. And yet means that's when he's the protector. Right? Like, y'all want the protector and the provider, but y'all don't want to be submissive to that. And again, so people like they
even take pleasant.
Yeah. And
they have a problem being pleasant.
That's tough. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? And again, here's my thing. Here's the thing that I hate the most. Okay? Here's the thing that I hate the most. And this is why I say, as far as, look, y'all already know me. I love black women. Now, my specifications for the black women that I'm attracted to, or it's a smaller percentage. So just because it's a black woman, don't mean that I'm all. I have specific things that I like,
well done.
Yeah, and it's like, it can be picky. People can say, "Oh, you being picky," but again, those are my preferences. Everybody's allowed to have preferences. But my thing is this: if you have a shitty demeanor, again, you aggressive, and you did like Trill said earlier, man. I don't want to come home in armor, so I ain't trying to come home and fight with you. I'm not coming home, from going to having a day of dealing with everybody else in the world. You come home to your castle. You want things to be a certain way. You want to have a certain level of energy, or if you're doing something, I'm doing something, we come together. It's not supposed to be a battle within the home. It's supposed to be a support system of one another. But you got women who come around and they say, well, you can't handle me. I don't want to handle you. I don't want to handle you. I'm not a fucking lion tamer. I don't got the Siegfried and Roy and whipping the tigers and doing magic. I don't want to handle you. You know what I'm saying? I want to come home and we have a pleasant exchange. We have a discussion. We talk about building, growth, whatever it else may be. I don't want to have to beat you up and tie you down and do all this other stuff before we can get to some kind of realization or have a sensible conversation. And even then, you can't, because when you're getting handled, you feel in a particular kind of way, and that's a volatile energy that men don't want to deal with. If you don't have to deal with that shit, why would I? Why, if I could avoid having to deal with you having a volatile personality, knowing that there's going to be instability just because something didn't triggered you off, and now you going flying off the handle, and for me to have a calm regular day, I got to calm you down, and bring you to some type of sensible energy level before I can just operate. Like, niggas don't want to deal with that, man. Like, that's a no-go. That's the last thing a nigga want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it is what it is.
You popping off make shit worse. Make it harder on me.
Yeah. Oh, man. And like I say, and I'm not going to sit here and say my situation's perfect. We have and understand, like, that's the most beautiful thing. Like, say we have time, hey, well, she may not agree with what I'm talking about or whatever it is, but I'm going to sit here and break it down to you like I'm not finna yell. And what I love about my old lady, I think the number one thing is that even though she may be emotional in the moment, I've said this before, she'll take that shit, and it may not be right then, and I may not see it. She may go off and go, have to go to work, or she go do something else, or she just, in the room or whatever she just got going, and she come back and she'll say, hey, I thought about what you said, and you were right. That's the most the three most beautiful words in the world. You were right. I love hearing that. But and so she'll say, you were right, and about what you said about this, and this. Because, like I said, I don't try to approach anything with a personal agenda. My goal is for her to have the best outcome, for me to have the best outcome, because That's what I want for you. Whether I'm in the picture or not, whether anything's, I want you to have the best life possible. So I want you to think about things a certain way, your reactions, your habits, or whatever it is that you're doing. I want you to put yourself in the best situation, because this is something that can not only apply in the home, but something that can apply in your career or whatever else it may be. So I'm gonna try to give you the best possible advice, not just what benefits me. And so she'll stop and she'll think, hey, you were right about that, and come making some kind of little goofy ass face, and then everything is copacetic. But a woman who listens to you ain't just getting mad because you're not 100% agreeing with her. And again, like I say, it's a big fucking fight. Nobody wants to deal with that, man. And again, and if she's right about something, I'm gonna say, hey, okay, yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. 'Cause I'm not an irrational person. I'm gonna listen. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying. I don't want to admit it, but yeah, you're right. I mean, that's how shit is supposed to work. It's not supposed to be a fight. Again, like I say, it's a whole lot of other shit going on. But it's just the niggas tired of battling, man. Niggas tired of fighting. Like, because what's funny is we'll sit here and we'll say that, kind of to piggyback off what Miss Mello said. She said it's a war out there, right? And so,
yes,
but she said she's a peaceful woman, so she's not bringing the bullshit. Well, there's a lot of other black women who will say, yeah, there's a war going on out there, but shit, y'all will be the fucking enemy inside the home. So it's not even it's not even the war outside. It's a war in the home too. So it's like shit. It's you fighting wars on multiple fronts. Like, nobody wants to deal with that, man. Nobody wants those problems. And I think you got to realize: are you an enemy combatant or are you an ally? And I think, a lot of women don't realize that they're enemy combatants in some of these situations. They may think that, they provide support or whatever else it is, but sometimes you can be just as much a part of the problem. So, And Shelly, it's a lovely goofy ass face. While you talking about goofy, it's a lovely goofy ass. It's just it's one of those. I don't want to admit it, but you can't deny what was said as being truthful. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is. You know what I mean? And it's about growth. I mean, the whole goal is to help each other grow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people get that. I think a lot of people. Here's the thing. I think I have about a lot of people. And this is not just women. I think a lot of people. And I really think it happens in their mid to early teens. When they start smelling themselves, they start thinking they grown-ups, and especially if they don't have proper mentorship or tutelage in their life, and they start figuring out, they got to figure out the world on their own. A lot of people start thinking they're grown, 14, 15, 16, and that's where they kind of stop as far as educating themselves, as far as, growing as people. And I think that's why you have so many people still embracing childish shit, that are still in love with, this just goofy, stupid shit. And they're not trying to grow because they feel like, well, at 16, I was grown. I was taking care of myself, so I know all I need to know. But no, there's always more. There's always more that you can be adding to it. So, but, and I say again, that's not just women, but that's when y'all start getting a lot of that attention from men. So y'all start thinking y'all got all the tools that y'all need and, this, that, and the third, and y'all never learned the proper. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Heidi. Arrested Development. That was a great show back on Fox back in the day. But again, people just they choose not to, and then they get upset with the circumstances that are in their life. They don't want to understand how to grow emotionally. Don't really read and learn how to have proper relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, and just to put the nail in the coffin, there are certain things that men look for in a wife, and not a sexual partner. A lot of y'all get men's attention confused with sexual attention or a type of relationship attention. And it seems like the modern woman is running away from everything that the classic woman used to do. Women today don't know how to cook. Again, not all women. I shouldn't have to say this over and over again, but I know it's going to be somebody.
Somebody slide into the chat lane. Oh, there you go with all women. Look, we just said it 52 times. Well, they ain't here.
They don't know how to cook. And y'all thinking, well, what that's got to do with anything? Man, do you know how much fucking money you save by cooking your own damn food? Do you know how really expensive it is to eat out all the time? I know because I'm a truck driver. I eat out every fucking day, almost all day long. So I know how expensive it can get, especially being out here on the road. There's nothing Besides a good woman, the man want to come home to more than the home cooked meal. Y'all just don't understand.
Man.
Y'all just don't understand. Women don't know how to sew. They don't even want to. They can't even. They don't even know how to put a button on.
Mm.
They just don't. You don't have to know how to use a sewing machine. I'm not asking you to sew a damn wedding gown. I'm talking about some women don't even know how to operate a needle and thread. And before y'all get in the chat, well, do you? Yes. Why? Because my mama taught me, just like her mother taught her. Why? Because it's a valuable skill that I could use someday. And I have sewn on my own goddamn buttons because I have shirts with buttons just like everybody. And I plan on having children someday. And if they lose a button or break a button, which children are notorious for, guess what? I can put it on and so could his grandmother. But can his mother? That's to be seen, be foreseen. Women don't know how to take care of the house. Nowadays, it's a little different. If you and the woman are both working, no, it should not be the woman is the only one to take care of the house. Absolutely not. But if she is staying at home, that's a fucking requirement. It is. So a lot of women will rather work instead of stay home, cook, clean, sew, all this other stuff, and take care of the children. Now, some men, depending on their financial situation, they might not be able to have it no other way. Okay, we both got to work in order to get this house, take care of these kids, etc., etc. But the other men, the ones that can't afford it, men like me, I would rather my wife or a significant other raise my children than some fucking stranger. That's just me. That's my perspective. To other people, y'all do whatever y'all want to. So I'm not knocking you if that's the way you got to do your shit, because that's just your situation. But I don't want nobody else raising my children. I don't trust people. It's too much shit going on, especially nowadays with motherfuckers. I don't want to just leave my kids with anybody. So I'm not going to do that. So my pursuit is for a traditional woman, and that, Heidi, is why I'm single. Because those are hard to find that are still available. They are hard.
You got to go to like.
They're hard to find.
You see, then that's fucked up, because I would say you got to go like to the country to find some untouched. You know, they ain't got caught up in the city life, but shit, if they from the country, they can fuck with every country nigga around there. So you know they done been fucking with the whole little town. You just it's a tough situation, man. It's a tough situation.
It's the same thing.
But man, I agree with you that the traditional thing, and here's the deal too. I mean, and this is just a tip. This is a little bit of advice. If your dude cook better than you, then you know what you losing. You taking an L. Like, what nigga want to say? Well, shit, you know, let's order out again. Let's order out again. Let's go. You know, well, shit. I don't need you to order out. I order out single and eat with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to help me order food, DoorDash or what's the other one? Fucking Postmates and all that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I don't need you.
Or Honcho, hold up. Let me interrupt you for just 1 second. Or give y'all the opportunity to do that fuck shit that y'all do. We'll be hungry. Ask you what you want to eat. You say you don't know. You don't want nothing. I'll order me something. Go get it and come back, and you want to eat my shit. No. If you would have just cooked, we could have ate the same thing together. Had enough for both of us. Or I could have just cooked. One or the other. But if I just came home from work, probably not going to feel like cooking. If you just came home from work, you probably not going to feel like cooking. So we got to come to some kind of agreement or arrangement. But I can cook. And it don't take me long to whip up shit. A lot of men these days, which, ladies, I get it. A lot of niggas can't cook either. They can't, and that's a goddamn shame. If you a man and you can't feed your damn self, you need to reevaluate, bro. Straight the fuck up.
Female pimp, I think you lying about all that shit. You don't go to work and you don't cook. You're a liar. But yeah, I agree, man. Like I say, here's the thing, man. And this is what breaks it all down, just to really take the fluff out of anything in every situation. The more tools you put in your toolbox, the more problems you can fix. And so what that means is that a lot of people just want to, take me as I am, or I'm good enough. Or, man, open up your fucking opportunities. Learn more shit, develop more talents or whatever, and you have more opportunities. Women, open yourself. You if you're doing a certain thing and you're not introducing yourself to the type of men that you want or whatever it is, then maybe it's shit you gotta change. Maybe it's, like I say, you gotta learn how to calm down that attitude or that personality if that's a problem. Maybe it's the way you choose to dress or you approach yourself. I was reading something today and really made me think about some stuff, because like I said, I like to be real casual. I don't really get too dressed up. I don't shit, most of the business I have to handle is just, I ain't gotta be too fancy to do nothing. But it was something I read and something that somebody said, and I was just like, you know what, it might be time for me to change the game up. And, and I mentioned this before, but really taking it serious, because it was just talking about, whether you feel like it's an okay thing or not, or whether you feel like it is. But people are judgmental. You can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You cannot help it.
First impressions and such.
Exactly. So if you come in that motherfucker dressed, you could be the nicest, most Christian, church-going virgin, but if you come in that bitch dressed like Cardi B or some shit, well, you's a motherfucking hoe. You a hoe. Like, I mean, it don't care.
You will be treated as such.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so, and again, you could be the biggest hoe on the block, but if you come in there dressed, business-like, looking like, Michelle Obama or something, dressed up, appropriately, that's the first thing that came to mind. Fuck y'all. Then you're going to get treated presidentially. You know what I mean? But it's just like, It's about how you carry yourself. And so, again, your outward appearance speaks tons for you. So I think it's very important. So, I mean, you can sit here and say, well, women should be able to wear what they want to wear. I agree. You should wear whatever you want to, but don't be offended when somebody treats you like the apparel that you got on. You know what I'm saying? You want to have your ass hanging out because you want to feel the breeze between your butt cheeks. That's fine. That's cool. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be leaning over here. God damn, that's look. Hey, I see you over there. But don't be surprised when you get approached by every Tom, Dick, and Harry like a motherfucking hoe, dude trying to just smash and dash. So and then you wondering why I can't find no good men. Well, why you can't find no good clothes? Shit. I mean, it is what it is.
Because you're not putting the right kind of bait out. You trying to catch a specific fish, with the wrong bait.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That fish only reacts to a certain kind of bait. And if you don't know what kind of bait it takes, why are you even fishing in the first place? You got to learn something.
I agree.
You got to. Ladies, a lot of you got to have more to offer than a bad attitude and some pussy.
That is readily available. Anywhere you go. You can fall into that on accident.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right,
you got to have more to offer than that.
How do you explain the hoes with husbands? Well, there's a thing out there called tricks and simps. There's some niggas that ain't never had shit. There's some niggas that don't have a level of integrity in their actions, and they gonna take the first thing that they can get because they afraid they won't get something better. When shit, any man who applies himself has to understand that your worth is gonna grow and improve as long as you continue to build on yourself as a man. But a lot of them get afraid, and either they fucked up and didn't strap up, and so they stuck, so it's cheaper to keep her, or it's a situation where they so afraid that they of dealing with women that they feel like they lucked up into this one, and they dealing with it, So it is what it is.
Yeah, the difference is, and they call this monkey branching, that a lot of women tend to jump from one branch to the next because they think that it's a better deal. Mm-hmm. And there is a phrase going around, and it's bombarding everybody, men and women, and it said, "Don't settle." Mm-hmm. And that sounds beautiful. That sounds like that you're striving for more. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, what if this is the best deal that you ever gonna get? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to take that into consideration too. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of other factors that come into decision making besides what the popular culture opinion is. You got to understand what's best for you in your particular situation. You are not everybody. You can't make the same decisions that a lot of other people make. And for the love of God, ladies, you are not Beyonce. You are not Nicki Minaj. You are not even Cardi B. You're just a regular female. You can't be putting your aspirations up with them and get the kind of men that they get. They on another level, and it's trust me, it pains me to say that Cardi B is on another level, but she has access to those men now. because of what she's done with herself. She had more to offer than a used up pussy and a fucked up attitude. But some men still like that shit. And look what kind of men she gets. Nicki Minaj, she talked all that hot shit about all this shit she was doing and all this. Kept her pussy on reclusive and all that. Guess what? This bitch done got married, about to have her kid, and she say, you know what? Fuck all that Barbie shit, fuck all that career shit. I'm out. I'm finna go do my housewife shit. Nobody said nothing. Beyonce been singing about the single ladies for years. Married than a motherfucker to a billionaire. And she damn near a billionaire herself. Y'all got to start falling for that trap, man.
You feel me? You feel me? They gonna keep y'all in the matrix. They gonna keep y'all falling in line with that dumb shit. You know, emotions are powerful tools for consumers. You know what I'm saying? And so they gonna sell you that shit that you want to hear to make you feel good about your situation. But you got to take a step outside and really look at what's going on. All these motherfuckers jumping off stage, all the hot girl summer and all that shit. They ain't doing. They got y'all doing that shit.
Yeah,
but they not doing that shit.
And everybody ain't built for that. That don't apply to everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
It just don't.
And the funny thing about it, because I laugh, because I remember seeing it was some shit. I think they was from Illinois or Indiana or something, and them goofy hoes was talking about some hot girl summer shit. They was all on their Facebook Live and all this shit, and then them hoes went from Facebook Live to Live PD, all in a matter of
high speed chase. I heard about that shit. Are you doing too much, man? That shit ain't necessary.
And that shit was fucking hilarious. That shit was so funny. Talking about on their Facebook Live, Snapchat about we finna do some coke. If y'all sit y'all dumb asses down. And then the one girl, she on the
but I don't
snitching
think
on
that's
their
no
ass.
female shit. That's some nigga shit, period.
Yeah, but the thing is, females see niggas and they, man, let's be honest. And again, not all.
And they want to mimic.
And not all, yes. But it's a lot of females, and I'm not going to say just black. I'm going to say, you know, excuse me, more of the.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Damn, got two of them. More of the hood urban. Damn. More of the hood urban variety.
Get it out.
Yeah, it's out.
Get it all out, Honcho.
Third time's a charm. You know, I had to slide off Cam. You know, I can't let y'all see me sneezing on Cam. But look, I'll be on Dr. Rabbit. I'll be in this story on Instagram. I get caught sneezing on Cam. But my thing is that, you know, it's like this, that it seems like where ignorance prevails, you know, you emulate who you think is winning. So, you know, a lot of hood ghetto, they think the hood niggas is winning. They start emulating. Let me tell you something, man. Here's the one thing I can't tell. I know we're going way off topic. We're gonna get ready to wind it up here in a minute. You know the one thing I hate.
Yeah, and it's my fault.
It's all good. We ain't even tripping. You know, the one thing that I hate more than anything when it comes to females, I don't care about looks. I don't care about dress. I don't care about all of this stuff. When a female talks like a nigga, I cannot stand that shit, though. That shit bugs the fuck out of me. I don't like females that talk like, I don't even really want to be around them. That's why I think I have a hard time being around like studs and shit, because you a whole chick. I know you might not like traditional behaviors, but it's just like it irks me with the bros and my niggas and just the way the whole. It's just like, come on, man. I'm just like, I'm perplexed. I'm just like, talk like a chick. I'd rather you be with the sis and all that other stuff, and I don't care for any of it. But I mean, just come on, man. Like, just stop the nonsense. But like, I don't see how niggas can fuck with chicks who talk like niggas. Like, it's just like, it's baffling. It's like, I don't want. She can't be, because, you know, sometimes niggas like a little vocalization in the bed. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what kind of shit she hit that shit, nigga. And it's like, hold on, I can only imagine. Like, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about all lesbians. It's straight women who talk like niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they talk like, okay, man, fuck that shit. I can't do that shit, man. That shit bothers me. It might be a pet peeve, but that shit bothers me.
Mine is the inverse of yours, Honcho. I can't stand it when niggas talk to females like they niggas. Like, I see niggas, couples, call they girl bro. No, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Yeah. My cousin Whoop.
That is... Are you serious, bro? What are you doing? Nigga, that's your chick. Why'd you just call up? Man, come on, dog. You got y'all niggas got to stop this shit. This is niggas, period. Niggas is doing too much these days. Niggas is out of fucking hand. All of them.
It's
Lord have mercy.
It's all fucked up. Dirty game, dirty world, man. It's tough. It's tough.
And Mr. What was his name from New York? Mike? Is it Mike?
John from New York.
Or the John? John.
Yeah.
The trial. Dude, I get it. I get where you're coming from because I understand your perspective. But here's that word again. It's called privilege. But it's not just one, it's actually four of them. This woman, it just exemplified all the privilege that we talk about all the time. But the one that you're attacking is the white privilege. That's not even at the top of the list. The number one privilege she got was being a police officer. Because they will be believed. That, like, you'd have to prove them wrong. They're going to be trusted over anything. Their word is bond. So no matter if you're a criminal or they suspect you of something or you arrested for something, they're going to always believe the officer, period. Number two, she's a female. In every court of law across the country, no matter how it goes, if a man and a woman is convicted of the same crime in the same state, in the same court, by the same judge, more than likely the female will get a lesser sentence than a man. I didn't say all. Again, I said more than likely. So don't start. That is a fact. That is not my opinion. That's the way it goes. Bless you again. Goddamn, nigga.
I don't know what's going on. I'm allergic to that.
Throw your whole nose away, bro. Throw your whole nose away.
There's something going on in this bitch.
his dread just grew 3 centimeters.
Oh, and you got a request in the chat. Miss Mellow Moonchild say she wanna she gonna come serve something on a plate for you. Say she's gonna cook something up good for you, man. You just pull up in the trunk and honk the horn, man.
I'm a big nigga. I'm always down to eat, as long as you cook it right. Number 3, that's when the white privilege kicks in, and it's got 2 parts. The fact that she is white, and part B is the fact that she shot a black dude. Now, why does that have to be a thing? Say the dude wasn't black. Say he was a white guy. Do you really foresee a white family forgiving her like that black family did?
That's tough. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Now, this is just conjecture, because I'm not 100% on this, and I can't be. Of course not. But more than likely, again, we're going with the percentages here, people. Hell no. Hell fuck no. Now, if you flip the script completely, which is what people tend to do, and it's what pissed John off. Well, if she was a black cop and she went into the apartment and shot the white dude, what would have happened? Well, why you got to bring race into it? Because race is a part of everything. And the reason you have to bring race into it is because of the way that our people are perceived in the media and in public. If you a black guy, especially you and I, Honcho, big niggas, especially, you are a threat. The police will pull their gun before they start asking you questions. Especially if they think you did any fucking thing. Now, that might not be 100% for everybody, but in my experience, in my lifetime, that is a fact for me. Again, I'm not saying all the time, and I'm not saying 100%. I gotta keep saying this bullshit. That's just what it is. And there's a lot of other people, a very high percent of people that look like me, that share the same perspective. Now, you can choose to ignore it if you want to. You could choose to not believe it. That's your prerogative, because you're looking at it from your perspective. But for what I'm looking, it's pretty fucked up. So, the judge and the bailiff, I understand that they know this woman. But have you ever seen a white judge come off the stand and come pat Pookie and Ray Ray on the back for shooting up a liquor store and selling crack at the same time.
Hey, we can multitask like a
Absolutely.
motherfucker.
Absolutely not. I understand that this lady was their friend, but this lady murdered somebody. Again, you tried to simplify it by saying, well, she just made a mistake. No, sir, she did not make a mistake. She made an abundance of mistakes. At some point, you have to be responsible for the mistakes you made. First of all, she went to the wrong floor. That's mistake number one. Second of all, she went to the wrong door. That's mistake number two. Third of all, she went in the wrong apartment. That's mistake number three. Fourth of all, she saw somebody, didn't recognize the inside of the apartment that she was in. That's mistake number four. Then she shot at the dude. That's mistake number five. That's 5 fucking mistakes in a row. Any one of them that man would have still been alive. Now you can't sit up here and tell me that that's just a simple mistake. No, sir, it's absolutely not. If you sitting at home and you cleaning the gun and you discharge it like you said the dude did, shot through the wall and it killed somebody, that's one mistake. I didn't make sure that the gun was unloaded. That's one step. She had 5 different instances to where she could have caught herself. And not only did all of that shit happen, she had a handful of shit, her gear and all that shit, and she was texting somebody on the phone. All of it impeding her catching anything of what's going on. That's more than a simple mistake. So I disagree with you vehemently there. That's just way too much. And now, about the murder of this witness. Prepaid, I get it. But come on, bruh. After he testified, a short time later, after he moves away from the apartment, he gets killed and shot in different places, but also shot in the mouth. Now, let me ask you something. How often do motherfuckers get shot in the mouth? When they do get shot?
It's only one form. I mean, yeah, and I can see, if you just shoot them randomly, and so it's not that often. But usually, if somebody shoots somebody in the mouth, that is a point blank.
It's done intentionally. It's done intentionally. So I don't know whether if his mouth was open, if it was shot from the side. I don't know. I don't know that, so I don't claim to. But it's just, the coincidences is just too much for it not to scream, something is wrong here. And you could tell, you could see the dude had something, a lot going on. He was very emotional when he was testifying. I mean, come on, man. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right, but goddamn, it's logical to come to that conclusion. Some dirty shit going on here. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I don't think I caught his situation. Again, I don't know. They said he was somebody said he was an Airbnb guy. Somebody said former athlete. So, like I said, I have to look into it a little bit more to get some understanding. But again, that's my issue. Is just good people. Like I said, I'm more so in line when there's motherfuckers who just up to a bunch of dirt, up to a bunch of no good. Hey, the dirty game you play. Shit comes along with that. My issue is it's more concerning when good people lose their life. You're not playing foul. You living life by the books, and you're doing. You're handling yourself accordingly. Again, like I said, I don't know this guy's whole history. I think the Gene situation was just extremely unfortunate. Excuse me. And like I said, I have to look into this a little bit more. But like I said, I've been seeing the things floating around about him. So I have to look a little bit. It just seems like I say everything involved. It seems suspicious though, because again, guy just came out of a big national case, the only real major witness. Then he ends up dead. So you heard people talking about, he was supposed to testify, I guess, in a civil case or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's a very interesting situation. I got to look at more details.
Now, who would you think who would be your number one suspect in the murder of this witness, Honcho?
Again, like I say, without knowing any further details and just knowing those aspects of it, you would think that
Just making an assumption.
You would think that somebody in law enforcement, somebody close to it. But again, you got people who know basically where he was living at because he got shot basically in the same complex where he was at. You got people.
No, he moved.
Oh, he moved somewhere else?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
After the killing happened, he moved away to another place.
Okay.
He got killed there.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know. It's very interesting. Like I say, you would think, like I said, without knowing any other further details, that you would think that it would have some type of ties to the case. But again, shit. People see where you're going in and out, knowing that you're a part of a major case. It could be a lot of things going on that's involved with that. So, again, it is what it is. It's just, like I say, it's a tough thing. Like I say, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. But again, there are niggas with clean situations that got some other shit going. Like I say, I'm not saying to do the dirt. I'm not going to put anything on him if he ain't got no record, if he ain't got nothing else going on with him. So I'm not going to put a case on him. But just knowing the details that it does seem suspect. You have a lot of questions.
Yeah. There were no witnesses, and they have no suspects. All they have is a bullshit description of the vehicle that got away after killing him. I think, and this is just speculation, I think it was her partner that killed him.
That's very interesting. That's a thought.
To me, he has the most motive. He got outed as sleeping with his partner, and he was married. So I'm pretty sure it ruined his marriage. Now, I don't know if his wife is leaving him, if he got kids, or none of those stuff. But you know how white people react when some catastrophic shit like that happens.
But the partner was Hispanic though, wasn't he?
Take it, huh?
But wasn't he Hispanic or the partner Hispanic?
I thought he was white.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was somebody said he was Hispanic. I forgot what his name. He looked kind of Hispanic to me.
My bad. I might have just looked at him wrong. I don't know. But again, I'm speculating. I think he has the most motive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, but I like I say, I can see that, but I mean, I don't know. Again, I can't even blame him for that. Shit. You can't be mad at him for.
I'm not saying he did it, but I'm just saying he will be my number one suspect.
So
that's just me, but I hear they don't have no suspects, no nothing.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, it could be a dirty deal going wrong. It's just I don't know. It's like I said, it could be. There could be a lot of things. This is Dallas we talk about. Dallas is a terrible place. So there's that. I'm sticking by that. Sticking by that. The team terrible. The city terrible. All of it. Fuck them.
Oh man. The attack. Fucking out of here.
Miss
Meat. Lord help us. Miss Meat. Baby girl. Baby girl. Just let it go. Now, in your defense, you did come on the stream and say, yeah, y'all gonna kick our ass. But if you knew that going in and then it happens, why are you still mad?
Why talk shit about it?
Yeah, you said it was gonna happen. It happened, and you still mad about it. I don't get it. I'm lost. Okay, I guess, but she seems pretty perturbed.
Oh man, look, all I'm just saying, man. Appreciate you coming through Notion Music. Man, look, all I'm saying is I love Miss Meat, I love Miss Angela, but her sports teams choices are trash, terrible. I mean, just the word. I mean, if you just had to pick random teams out of a barrel, you probably couldn't pick the worst one. Then to be talking about the Braves in comparison to the Astros, stop the nonsense.
I don't think the Braves been good since they had Dion, right?
Man, I don't think they've been too relevant. I think they just, they may have slid in the playoffs, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's terrible. I mean, and then talking about they beat themselves. Like, how do you beat yourselves to the tune of 52 points? Like, that's tough. And again, but I'm not gonna. Here's the thing, man. Like I say, because I spent some time and I got a podcast for the Patreon folks on Sauce that I'm gonna drop tomorrow morning. I had a busy day today. I got a bunch of shit I got to put out. I ain't even put out my 5 takeaways, but enjoying the win in the moment is one thing. But and what happens? It because the Texans fans that start talking about, and I know I just cracked on the Cowboys, but it's the Texans fans who, with the Cowboys memes and all the things that are going on, maybe just do some reanalyzation of some things, and it's gonna be a little spicy, and some folks might not like what I'm gonna be saying on this podcast, but that'll come
Make
out
sure
tomorrow.
you have a dope fiend hitting the crack.
Nah, look, you might call this one rehab. You know what I'm saying? This one here might, because it's just like I said. I take the win in the moment because I was expecting something different and to see something well put together. But shit, I want to temper expectations a bit.
Toxic Femininity 6 donated $3.
Oh, and
His
one more thing
testimony
before I
wasn't
go.
even about Geiger and her partner fucking. What are you
AB.
talking about?
Nigga, you ain't shit, bro. You was a whole out here, boy. You had me dying. Talking about this chick with the fucking braces on her legs.
Oh
Nigga.
my god, that shit was hilarious. They be a fool, man. They be a damn fool.
But I'm gonna tell you something, AG. I ain't shit either because I'm with the either, bro. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do that shit either. Like, bro, come on, man. God damn. The way she pulled it and the way you was trying to see what it looked like, nigga, you was trying to give it a chance, bro. You just couldn't do it. I feel you, man. I feel you. Us niggas ain't shit. We ain't shit.
Yeah. And shout out to Coach, appreciate the love. And he's saying that she was testifying on the he wasn't testifying to partner and them fucking. He was talking about, I guess, the apartment complex. But the funny thing about the computer reading the word fucker, I don't know if y'all know that dude. What is his name? He's a funny dude. He got the fade dreads. His name's like Clayton Thomas or something like that. Funny, but he got the little puppet, the little green puppet, Reggie, talking about I'm a whole pound and all that. I don't know if you ever seen him. But he's funny.
No.
But he got a set of skits. He got some funny ass skits. He got like a little saying that says, "Put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself." And then he got another one. He goes, "I know y'all fucking," and they're like, "Nah, man, we just."
I seen that dude. Okay.
Yeah.
I seen him. I know he's talking about. He's a big dude.
Yeah, and so the thing is, you say too much stress out there, but I've seen he's funny. He got a bunch of little series of things that he does, and man, it just he had me laughing because the way the bot just said fucking, it made me think about how he always, I know y'all fucking.
Y'all fucking.
Yeah, that should be funny.
Yeah, that nigga's a mess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But anyway, Honcho, that is my call. I done my 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So to satisfy y'all criticism, yes, I did it again, and I will continue to do it. If you don't like it, do something about it.
Already. Well, Mr. Trio, Professor Trio, I appreciate the call as always, man.
All right, Honcho.
All right. Now I've been seeing this thing. So I've been following some dudes. Like I said, I'm eventually start looking to expand my horizon. I got to get a little bit smarter about some things. I got to stop playing small ball and start really taking over. There's too many opportunities out there, especially with the current administration. You got to take care. You got to take those opportunities while you can, just in case one of these other folks with their shenanigans get in. But I've been seeing it. I don't know if it's supposed to be. I'm assuming, I didn't really look into it, but it's some guys who do real estate and wholesaling and some things like that. Like I said, I have not really taken the time to get into it and really see what it is. But I keep seeing them talking about REITs, and I didn't know if it was supposed to be like real estate investment trust or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm assuming.
FEMALEPIMP donated $1. Do you welcome?
What? Female pimp? What? That's what I was assuming, real estate investment trust. I'm just guessing, but I would think that's what it meant. But talking about real estate. Female pimp, showing some love. That's probably like some, what's that, like a zip code or something, some gang related shit. Let me find out somebody showing love in female pimp name. I don't know if I trust that. I don't know. They let you donate on the EBT. I'm fucking with you, babe. Appreciate the love, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Sincerely. Shout out to Female Pimp. She pimping hard in them streets. But y'all are all wonderful people. Even those of you who are not so wonderful, y'all are still wonderful people. I know a lot of people want to call in and get in later. We had an extended conversation, but you know how when Professor Trill called in, we usually end up wrapping it up and just kind of touch on a few bases. Who bullying? Who bullying? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Heidi was in here. I didn't really realize that. Oh, let me look. I've been doing all this shit in the background, this nonsense with these random pictures. I'm gonna find some more funny shit. I'm gonna just start doing that, throwing random pictures in the background, memes and shit. But it's about that time. So y'all know what that means. I do appreciate all of you for coming through and showing some love. There we go. And like I say, we just trying to get back on a regular basis. Like I say, I still got a few things I got to take care of on the day-to-day, but there's no reason why I can't end my days with the den folk. And I'm telling you, it's a relief. It is a pleasure. It is a great conversation. Somebody finna shoot up the club, Heidi. And then, so someone wasn't finished trying to kill her. That's tough. We couldn't escape, huh? We'll keep the, I don't even know what's going on. What is it, robot DJ? All right, we're gonna sound like some old EDM shit. I'm gonna take these things off my head. But I appreciate the love. Anonymous. And why do you wish you had an older brother, Shannon? Falcons trash in a second. Man, somebody did some math and they was like, I forgot how they did it. They added up the score and then they divided the score, I think, total. And then it added up to whatever it was at the Falcons. Like they found, motherfuckers be playing with the numbers and shit. They found a way to make it add up to basically them losing 25 or 20, the 28-3 or whatever. It was around the world. Who did I'm Blue? Who remember that song back in the day? And nobody, I didn't know what it fucking said. It was like, I'm blue, if I were green, I would die. Or somebody was like, dabba-dee, dabba-die. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Say, because I don't have the older brother experience. I don't have an older brother to get advice from. Well, that's why you come in the den. To give you all the advice that you need. And it only cost you a few pistachios. The Blue Man Group? Okay. Maybe remember back in the day, I don't know. I know Houston had some stranger stations going on. It was music was real weird for a short time. They had some real off the wall shit going on. Macarena, fucking, who was that? Aqua, who was that? Aquafina, Aqua something, the Barbie girl song. Eiffel 65. Okay. Yeah, I give you all the chauvinist advice. Look, I don't trust Heidi. Heidi don't know what she's talking about. Marie Antoinette, I believe you. Heidi, I don't. That's how it goes. This is terrible. This is terrible. Now, the line, gotta stay fly till I die, is hilarious. These wings are terrible. I gotta go and check and see if there's a way to cut off certain masks. This is the worst thing. This is worse than the kitties. I'm not gonna lie. This is terrible. I try to play it off and say it's some type of parrot like Toucan Sam, but it doesn't quite work. This is a very bad situation. That's what I'm saying. Well, it can't be a normal bird. I'm finna go in there and look. I'm just gonna figure out how to cut off all the suspect Because there's some suspect face masks. But I appreciate the love and I appreciate the support. And if you got, hey, you know what? That should be the new Falcons logo. That sounds about right for Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that sounds about right for Atlanta. That would be perfect. But I appreciate each and every one of you. It is a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to get to chop it up with y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central Time. Y'all are great. Look, I ain't finna get up and watch the fucking Rockets, man. Fuck that. And man, there's something interesting that happened. I'm not even gonna speak on it now, but something I noticed in the past about certain platforms, and we've been talking about people who have borrowed content from the sauce, but there's some particular individuals that I've noticed some certain things. We ain't even gonna get into that. Until next time, y'all be cool. Look, your L expired, Shelly. Look, I don't want to hear it. But with that being said, man, that whole China thing is crazy. Somebody argued with me about the Rocks. I said the Rocks are probably more popular in China than they are in Houston. And motherfuckers gonna sit there and really try to argue with me about what I said. Well, they're not even number one in China anymore. Well, there's a good reason now, but it's not what I said. I didn't give a fuck about the fucking international popularity contest. I didn't fucking say anything about that. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, motherfuckers don't pay attention. Like I say, motherfuckers, they see something and then they gonna try to argue. Well, you said no. All I said is the Rockets are probably more popular in China than they are in Houston. I have no problem with Tillman Fertitta protecting his business interests. That's all I said. Well, how are you going to say they're more popular somewhere else than the city where they're from? Because the motherfuckers here don't like the... It's not even that they don't like the Rockets. Houston just has fickle fans. You got Spurs fans. You got Lakers fans. You probably got a couple of Mavericks fans in there, Fugazi. You're going to have some motherfuckers who were Steph Curry fans and all that other shit. And, you know, the Rockets don't have a dominant hold on this. But when they brought Yao Ming... When they brought Quan Chi and all that other stuff, you know, that's big money for them. Like Rockets jerseys sell like I'm saying. Chuck Hayes had shoes over there. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they're gonna try to argue with me about what I fucking said. That's the crazy shit. Yeah, that I didn't care. I saw that. I did see I saw the comments about him liking the firing shit. You know what I'm saying? I know what his name is. His name is Quan Chi. Yeah, Jeremy Lin was big money too. And so that's what people don't realize. Oh, you telling me that they're more... Yeah, that's what the fuck I said. And that's like I said. And I said probably. And then he's trying to argue, well, you said probably and you're feeling confident. Well, I'm making a slight hyperbole here to prove a point. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know, shit, look, who was that? Starberry went over there and balled out. But that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers just like, I fuck with Twitter, but I don't be on Twitter because niggas just want to be argumentative and don't have no point to argue. Like that's the problem. Like niggas just want to argue. I don't have argue energy. I don't like fucking texting that much. So I ain't finna sit here and text argue. You're gonna get, like I said, a couple of fucking you're gonna get a couple of responses. After that, I'm gonna leave you on ghost. What's that? ... or whatever they call that. But I ain't got time for that shit. But man, again, I appreciate y'all. It's a privilege, again, a pleasure, an honor. And like I say, it's good to be back daily with the Den Folk, man. And like I say, we're just gonna continue this thing. And I've really been planning on getting some short content, like I say, just since the weekend. And today has been some other things been popping up. So my timeliness has not been anywhere where I want it to be. I've been late with stuff for the Sauce, stuff for the Den too. But we finna get that. We finna get it jumping, man. But with that being said. With that being said, man, again, I'm still waiting on y'all. Look, ain't nobody tell me nothing about what Trump said. You know, hey, Trump told y'all niggas that y'all built America. Y'all couldn't give my boy no love. Y'all still mad at that nigga Trump, man. Look, it is what it is. Don't let that shit impact you, man. No, I've never watched it. I would never watch. Why would I watch that shit? See, if you need, you might need a different type of older brother for that type of shit. But with that being said. asked for reparations, and he ain't campaigning. Look, he don't need to campaign on reparations. What you mean? That ain't his campaign. That's y'all partners over there. Elizabeth, she got the Indian reservation. She got some extra money. Shit, tell her to hit you with some reparations, man. You know, she about to be the front runner, and she take up the little Chinese cause too. Look, get that shit over there, man. Y'all holler at motherfucking me, Elizabeth Warren, you know. And like I say, she, you know, the niggas was Native Americans, and so since niggas was Native Americans, you know, Elizabeth Warren is Native American, you know, percentage wise, you know, tell her that's the reparation connection right there, you know what I'm saying? There you go. You know, I gave y'all the game. I'm out. You feel me?